Good morning, good morning. We're here again. We're live, we are well, and we give God all the glory, all the honor, and all the adoration. I'm particularly happy that I am alive and that you also are alive, my viewers, my audience, and you're watching us here, Adoatv. Keep watching Adoatv. We always promise to bring good things to life. So I'm here continuing from where Miss Na Anyama Collison took off on the AM Ghana show. We're bringing you the best this morning. And if you see me here, it means that I'll be doing the newspaper headlines. But later on, before the program ends, from 9 to 10, we're going to bring you some health issues, especially on cholera, what it means to us as a nation, and how we can battle this health and social canker. So stay with me. We will bring you that. And of course, right before that, it will be the newspaper review discussion here. But before that, again, the newspaper headlines will come to you right after this break. But we're not going, I'm not leaving you to that break without giving you a word for your week, for your day. Today, my word to you is simple. And this is what it says, that be careful of your words. Be careful of your words. The words that come out of your mouth can either give you life or it can bring death. But make sure that all words that come from your mouth promote life. They promote peace, that they encourage someone. Your words can cause somebody a fatal accident, can bring a mistake. It can do something to someone. Be mindful of that and make sure that every word that comes from your mouth is well thought of. So that's how I give you the inspiration of the day. And we'll go on a quick commercial break. When we come back, we have the newspaper headlines. And you will also see Mr. Sam Kusi here to help me with the newspaper headlines. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Breast cancer is very scary and all, but for some reason, a lot of women think that it could never happen to them. October is here again. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We've come to know that breast cancer is the one cancer that's killing more women than any other cancer in women. This means that all of us need to be concerned and all of us need to take the requisite steps to ensure that we get screened, know whether or not we have anything to be concerned about, and most importantly, know that there is a cure. Breast cancer can be treated and is best when it's detected early. So take advantage of this Breast Cancer Awareness Month and go and get screened. There's free screening available. If you go to Sonotech in Accra, at their branches at the West Hills Mall in Tema or Osu, you can get your screening done for absolutely no fee at all. Also, if you'd like to do a mammogram or an ultrasound, you get it as a good discount during the month of October. It's time for all of us to get tested. Let us get screened. Let us know whether or not we have anything to be concerned about. And most importantly, let us know that if you do have any signs of breast cancer, the earlier it's detected, the better it is for you, your family, and your loved ones. This year, I'm happy to partner with Sonotech during the Breast Cancer Awareness Month to get more and more women interested in taking steps to know whether or not we have anything to be concerned about. Stay safe and get screened. My name is Na Shoko. I'm a broadcaster.
Welcome aboard the safest airline in Africa. With industry-leading safety measures to protect your well-being. The first in Africa to earn a diamond standard of safety. Offering a more contactless, safe, and seamless experience. Delivered with a smile by Africa's first fully vaccinated crew. Creating special memories that bring the joy back to flying, so you can continue making memories with your loved ones. Book your flight with RwandAir today. RwandAir, the safest airline in Africa.
RwandAir, fly the dream of Africa.
Yeah, see you make up now. I'm not correct. Why your best mankasa? That's it. Who anyone? Oh, middle. You captures back on the CB men capsules. Missy CB men capsules in America.
Yeah, you see men and women's capsules now. You knew the data. And 1 year packaging I had a pepper.
Wow! What a packaging! CB men, any CB women capsules, no packaging is out. And you also no mood any biansan wako do pegi.
Share a painful any about town man kwadano for. Any kwadano go you and come home.
Susanna, Ghana man man tamasi.
Dodo Afre 0247 111671 and 0246 578 750. FDA aje edredin kato yato.
Yeni Masatek, so your kunini roofing industry nim enti Saudi roofina na wadwen Asatek. Asatek wo quality long span roofing sheeter esan nail free. Trese ehia so de dadoabo mu na so etim wodan no so a pampe amframa and ehum entumi nya no hwe. Asatek quality long span roofing sheets with beautiful bright colors with anti-fading and anti-rusting properties. Trese enwe na ache na empanso enti wo ma 30-year warranty. Terms and conditions apply. Asatek quality long span roofing sheet dear. Eye madan bia, say a warehouse, school, hotel, hospital, sorry, ana say a wawufi. Use Asatek quality nail free long span roofing sheet no be. Na wo dan do be gina so na yi ne ho. Wo ye delivery services papa bia. Emfa ho ne fa kwan wo Asatek bema wo saka order between 3 and 5 working days. Wo VIP delivery services so a 1 day pe na wo saka. Hwehwe Asatek achi kwan Watermark 22 Meridian Road woni Cocoa Board Warehouse na ben Takrade Efiekuma number 9 wo ben Efiekuma Fidelity Bank no Volta region so wo wakache Tatome GN Bank enchen hope. Asatek, sheltering you for life.
Water. What you not get your mouth? And that's all I'm about order. The rock you are fire.
Malaria and tea. But you are yet more bono.
What you have to figure.
Malaria there for you. Enti awo. Ashre customers. When you say Mammy, I am smart. I perceive Malakio. I'm money buyer or the eco school. Share. Say a Dianisi berry market ni malaria and tea. I want to mean.
And now Emma will be around to walk. So we have malaria test. Maybe one. And try better one. And the CB Malakio. You do not. And now kick out from a son so I CB Malakio. And no one so there. And I don't grow. And yet that shit.
A drawing near my appeal for. About a woman for any quada won't feed you.
Susanna, what would you with
FD Ashusha sa a jedi and crato you mu adia to Musa and
So thank you very much for standing by, sitting by, whatever your position is right now. We have various points of discussion that make the newspaper headlines. And I'm going to do this as I promised earlier with Sam. Sam, good morning.
Good morning, good morning, good
And
morning.
how's your morning been so far?
I heard Shatawale was dead, and I heard yesterday Shatawale was dead. It would have really spoiled my morning, but fortunately, he's not dead. I mean, per the information we are gathering, I just feel he isn't dead, and that is what makes me happy because Shatawale is my main man. If he's dead, see, I'm wearing black, not to.
Well, I don't know anything about it. Let me tell you what happened to me yesterday. Around 3 something, MTN informed me I don't have data bundle. So I had to quickly check and I realized I had data. But then it's still saying I don't have. So I was out.
You
I
didn't call
couldn't
them?
get. Later, calling MTN, the usual thing. You call and you have to be on the line for a long time and it breaks our courage. So I just took it off. But later in the night, when I thought most people don't call or I might be asleep, I called them. They asked me to restart my phone. So I did that and everything was working. So I left it on for things to load. I woke up this morning and it has repeated itself. So currently, according to MTN, I'm out of data. Yeah, so maybe I have to be happy that I didn't get that bad news as well. I don't know how I would have felt this morning.
Anyway.
So I didn't hear the shutter. No.
But I'm not sure. I'm not sure it's true. We are still trying to follow up this morning the police has released a statement.
Okay.
That a team was dispatched to his residence, but he was not there. A little investigation they have conducted proved a bit futile. I mean, they don't know what his whereabouts as of now. They are still trying to find what is happening. So they are on it. We are hoping that they come up with something concrete. And other people are saying a lot of things. We would still have to wait to see. There are so many theories coming up already. There is a prophet who prophesied that he would die on 18th
Leave it to the
October.
Ghanaian prophet.
And then people think that his album or the release of his album is very imminent. Shatawale could do anything to just get the attention. So there are so many theories coming out and all that. So we will have to wait to see. But I mean, it's good.
So we pray that
it's a
when
good
it comes to
feeling
his
that
life, I mean, he's safe.
no, the guy has to be alive. He has to be alive.
He's in a bunker somewhere. I know for him, he can have a bunker.
He's laughing. Yesterday on Twitter, it was very interesting. Someone said, "You see these people? The guy is somewhere and laughing at us, making sure." Hey, at some point, he was trending at #1 in the Ghanaian trends. One gentleman decided that he wanted to let the whole Ghana speak about him. At some point, we leave everything we are doing. Our police leaves everything they are doing.
He's good at it.
And start talking about him and looking for him everywhere.
Everywhere, yeah.
You know him. That's one of the things that
he gets the attention. I think that he deserves that attention.
That's him. That's him.
But you know the story about the boy who cries wolf, wolf, wolf all the time. A day is going to come when the wolf is really there when you cry. So let's be careful.
He's aware of it. He's doing business, perhaps.
Okay, so enough about Shatawale. Let's go straight to the newspaper headlines. What does the Daily Graphic, truth and accuracy every day, have for us this morning? There's a picture of Osaberi Berimba, or is it supposed to be Osaberima?
That's it.
The spelling, okay. Kwesi Atta II, presenting President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo with a gift. I like these gifts. The traditional, I don't know if I can say the traditional necklace or chain, the bead set. I see there's more to come. So I'm wondering if you wear all, because there's some on the tray there. So sword cutting for Cape Coast Airport next year. Sword cutting for Cape Coast Airport next year. That's from the president. And I'm sure Cape Coast, so I say Cape Coasters are happy about this. Yeah, Cape Coasters. I'm happy for you as well. Well, unemployment biggest challenge. Unemployment, our biggest challenge, needs swift action. That's coming from Trades Union Congress. They say they have observed that an estimated 400,000 new entrants to the labor market annually. That there is, yes, there is. They've estimated a 400,000 new entrants to the labor market annually, and that the unemployment and employment situation remains the greatest challenge in the country. A collaborator, the position of analysts who have said that joblessness among young people in the country is a time bomb which is bound to explode in a matter of time if nothing immediate is done about it. So the story continues on page 3 with Dr. Anthony Yauba, the Secretary General of the Trades Union Congress. Jumping on to other stories, compulsory towing policy to come on stream. Compulsory towing policy to come on stream, and that's on page 16. So for our drivers, I think I know what towing means. So let's go there. It says the government will, by the amendment of the Road Traffic Regulations 2012, introduce a new compulsory towing service policy for all drivers and vehicle owners as part of efforts to stem the recent spate of road crashes in the country. The proposed amendment of Section 102 subsection 3 of the road traffic regulations will compel owners of motor vehicles or trailers to subscribe to the services and terms of conditions of a towing service provider or an insurance company, which will be responsible for the immediate removal of the motor vehicle or trailer whenever it breaks down on the road. But I thought there was already an insurance company. I thought that was part of the when you go and license your vehicle. Okay. All right. So the last story making headlines here is cocoa farmers. Cocoa farmers pension starts this month. Cocoa farmers pension to start this month. I'm jumping to the middle page here. I have a big story here. Projects under Ghana-Germany agreement begins. Projects under Ghana-Germany agreement begins. And there's a big picture there from, we see Mr. Daniel Krau, the German ambassador to Ghana, with members of the Dad Helmut Schmidt Scholarship alumni. We see them there. So we're yet to see how this is to face out, and it's in the middle page. I mean, there's more to that particular story. Public advice to ensure safety of foods. Ensure safety of food. And on the back page, hypertension, diabetes cases increase in Accra Metro. We're talking about hypertension, we're talking about diabetes, and you're saying these cases are on the rise in Accra Metro. Well, the other story here says seaweed floods western coastline and the communities call for help. So that's on the back page of the Daily Graphic, and that is how I sum up for Daily Graphic. Grab your copy for full, complete details to this story.
Well, I have the Ghanaian Times here. And there's a story about the Commander Sugar Factory here. It says Commander Sugar Factory work starts next year. Yesterday, I think I listened to the Deputy Minister of Trade on some of the matters arising as far as the Commander Sugar Factory is concerned. 15 Kionet officials remanded in police custody in Koforidua. And Ghana Health Service alarmed at increase in hypertension, diabetes diseases in Greater Accra. Adopt policy guideline for recruitment for school feeding caterers. CAG to government. A few inside stories. 640 commercial drivers entering in Takoradi. And it says the SEC to build data center to provide investor information on Ghana. And the police investigate death of 1-year-old baby. 2 robbers jailed 12 years. And the Western region records 91 road accident death. That's bad. That's bad. That's bad. Commander Sugar Factory, okay, work starts there. Next year. NDC didn't neglect Volta region. Mahama is speaking here. And agriculture in Ghana revolves around women. Mortuary Workers Association of Ghana raises red flag. And Chimmampong Ahankrasu gets chips compound. Tourism Authority pleas for exemption. No, it's actually the Ghana Tuna Association has called on the government to exempt them from the ban on fishing. And in sports, Richard Comey can win world title again. Elsewhere, stalwart Temayu defender poised for new Division 1 league season. 3 players banned for 3 years, age cheating. And Hearts will clear Wydad hurdles. Amobodu is speaking here. And Suarez lays wait for Liverpool. Black Queens to face Nigeria Super Eagles in Alcon 2022 qualifies. The back page, Garu women demand equal access to agric flagship programs and give women fertile lands to farm. NYWE to traditional authorities. That's it for the Ghanaian Times.
Then we move straight to the Daily Guide. The Daily Guide. There's a story here from Kojo Bonsu to Mahama. He says, leave stage. Leave stage. And that story is on page 3. And on the Commander Sugar debate, the president fires this against, of course, Mahama, his opponent. Mahama built roof before foundation. Mahama built roof before foundation. And then again on page 3, we have NPP twisted NDC arms in Hohoi. What do these stories say? President Akufo-Addo says that the decision taken by his predecessor, John Dramani Mahama, to build the Commander Sugar Factory without first establishing a sugar cane plantation betrays every principle of construction. So read more on that on page 3. But there is a cartoon on page 3 I want to talk about just a bit before I go to the last page of the Daily Guide. It says Bills Plus coming soon. Bills Plus coming soon. And I see 2 gentlemen. One who is a macho man and is holding what seems like a placard with some things listed. First says adultery. Second says juju. Third, sikadro. Fourth, boy-girl lovers. And the last one, awam deliverance. And he says, this macho man says, precious one, no intimidation, no bagawaya. No bagawaya. And there is another man who seems like an osofo or a pastor. He has 2 placards, one saying Ghanaian attitude, sex before marriage, bribe preaching, and the other one says false prophecies, 419 holy water, consultation fees, and he says take action, honorables, or we will vote against any government. We are more and you are few, if you get what I mean. So I go to the back page and we have, okay, Hajia Miriama Baumia talking about the death, and I think it says there is final Islamic prayer for her soul will take place on Sunday, 24th October 2021, and that will be it. I think I'll do the sports for the Chronicle. So that will be it for me on the Daily Guide newspaper.
All right. So let me quickly go to the Crusading Guide, the new Crusading Guide. Pages 3 and 10. Akufo-Addo cracks Mahama for constructing roof before building the foundation. Yesterday, I think the Deputy Trade Minister, Ochibefi, was trying to explain this construction roof. Apparently, when the Commander Sugar Factory started, The NPP's argument is that you don't. Okay, so they compared, I think, the Kunfi juice factory and how it came about. Now they contracted the outgrowers to start growing the pineapple, and the company's own pineapples that they were growing. So they started growing these pineapples even before the construction of the factory. So that you have more pineapples, because when the factory starts running, you need to be feeding the factory with a lot of raw materials at a time. So they decide to start growing the pineapple. That takes time to grow. So that by the time the factory is starting, you have raw materials. Now, they explain that on the part of the sugar factory, the sugar factory was constructed, but there was not enough raw materials to feed the factory. That is why we couldn't even produce sugar, commercially, when the factory was operationalized. Now, I listened to Imani Ghana, who did some work on the factory. Yesterday, what's his name? The president, Franklin, he said that per the work that they did, there was actually a World Bank document that was in 1970 concerning the sugar factory. It was conducted by experts and some scientists and the World Bank in that area, that we needed some amount to run any factory like that. He asserted that both government, that's the NDC and the NPP government, were still under budgeting. One of the problems why the factory was never operationalized. So when you build the factory, the capacity the factory needed was that we would have to have about 1,000 hectares of land to grow the sugar canes. When the factory started, we only had 150. So you would underfeed the factory. And you got to a point that you won't get sugar cane to put there for the factory to run. So he feels that is one of the reasons why the factory was not run properly. And so, even though there is also another argument that the NDC made, that, well, they were aware of that. NDC says they were aware of that. But then there was another line of credit. You know, the whole Commander Sugar Factory money and everything came from India. So there was another line of credit that was supposed to be accessible. So in the NDC's planning, we put up the construction, we start running, we assess that credit and go and invest that in growing it. Now, if you go and invest that in growing, the factory will still have to sit down and wait for the sugar cane to grow in Ireland in some 8 months or so.
Oh.
Yes, that's what I learned yesterday. So the NPP think that you don't build the factory before you go and grow, else you leave the factory sitting idle for nothing. So you start growing what it is, the raw materials, and then you come and construct the factory. By the time the raw materials are okay, the factory is ready to run, and then you would have more raw materials to feed the factory. That is the argument both are making. Yes, both are making the. So for constructing the roof of the building before the foundation of the Commander Sugar Factory. Well, police storm Fianconia, grab family lands, leave owners in despair, and IEP charges finance minister to account for 1.26 billion Ghana cedis price stabilization recovery levy. Efutu Anes first deputy speaker, and the NPP chair aspirant promises effective leadership in Ashanti region. Let's see if we can get a few stories in here. Government spent 6.75 billion Ghana cedis on interest payments in the second quarter. That's the Bank of Ghana speaking. And Paramount Chief of Agotime traditional area, Nene Noah Keteku the third to go home on November 20th. Okay. All right. So now how big is the Ghanaian gambling industry? That's a special feature. It's very big. And in sports, Black Queens land in Lagos GOC president acknowledges Albert K. Frimpong. That's it for the new proceeding guide.
Okay, so to my favorite paper, the Chronicle, the True Independent, and we have a picture here of the police with their, do you call them security dogs or police dogs, or yeah, but we see them there they are fully dressed. But the caption says, police begin dog patrols in Accra. Police begin dog patrols in Accra. Okay. Commander Sugar Factory has exposed Mahama's incompetence, says the president. So we have a picture of the President Akufo-Addo at Cape Coast Technical University. And this story continues. The story continues on same-sex marriage. There's a brouhaha here. I was trying to swerve it, but I think I have to mention it. So Methodist Church goes for the juggler. Methodist Church goes for the juggler, says British counterpart has violated biblical rules. What are they talking about? And that issue is on pages 3 and 8. Well, that's what they said, but I don't see it on page 3. Okay. So there's more to the Commander Sugar Factory. That's what Sam was trying to do earlier on for us. And another story here, okay, Mahama Kweku Baku slag it out over Commander Sugar Factory. So this story seems like it's the popular one for this week, maybe the Sugar Factory issue, because it has two separate stories here. But Bank of Ghana introduces fintechs to streamline digital financial services. The governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Ernest Addison, says the central bank had adopted an integrated risk-based supervisory approach for digital financial services to focus on functional areas of operation and systematic risk. According to him, the new system includes a holistic review process involving prudential market conduct, financial integrity, payment systems risk, perspectives, for product, services, and technology outsourcing arrangements proposed by banks and non-banks for fintechs. So that's for our economists, our auditors, and co. That's coming from Bank of Ghana. Moving on to sports, because I've not done any sports for today. It's a privilege to manage the Black Stars. Milo says it's a privilege to manage our Black Stars. Or that goes in direct opposition or contrast to what some coaches in Ghana have said about managing the Black Stars. More on sports. Ghana Premier League referees begin intensive training, and hearts can beat work with good officiating. That's coming from Coach Bwedu. House of Oak head coach Samuel Bwedu says that his team can win in Morocco should they be guaranteed fair officiating in their second leg of the preliminary round of CAF Champions League against Wydad Athletic Club. Then Black Queens land in Lagos. I think Sam touched on that. So that will be it for me on the Chronicle. So Sam, you do your final, then I bring in the quote of the day.
All right. So the Daily Statesman says that 31.2 kilometers are seen Praso Fosu Road to be ready in 2023. Roof before foundation. Akufo-Addo is here again. Akufo-Addo jabs Mahama on Commander Sugar Factory. Soldiers forced EC to declare results in MPP's favor. Mahama is speaking. Yeah, I am not sure Mahama has said this. These newspapers. I am not sure that Mahama has said this. Former President John Mahama claims the deployment of military personnel to coalition centers forced some electoral officers to declare results in favor of the NPP government during the general elections. Anyway, that's perhaps his observation. If he said that, that may have been his observation. Ghana to host 2021 Africa Youth Connect Summit, and that is in. We actually on this already because the Rwandan embassy is handling this. Okay, some stories in the Daily Statesman. Dr. Nyako with TESCON. Nothing should stop MPP from breaking the 8. Okay. President commissions engineering workshop at Cape Coast Technical University. All right. We have a lot of commissioning. NIA to establish district offices to ease long queues for Ghana cards. Okay. And Ghanaians advised to seek proper massage services. Oh, that's it. NAPCO personnel urged to participate in exit training activities, and MMDC is urged to lead government growth agenda. Government to introduce U-Bank initiative to support young people. We need it. We need it. Quickly on sports. In sports, Cameroon Nori wins Indian Wells title with. Cameron Nori wins Indian Wells title with victory over Nicolas Basilasvili. Stand at Nijmegen Stadium buckles as Visses fans celebrate. And Ghana captain Andre Ayew delighted to score in 5th successive game for Al Sadd. That's for the Daily Statesman.
Okay, so that's a wrap up on the newspaper headlines, and with a quote: "You rebuke the arrogant, the cursed, who wander from your commandments. You rebuke the arrogant, the cursed, who wander from your commandments." I think this will be direct relation to the same-sex marriage brouhaha. So the conflict there between the Ghanaian and the British Methodist Church. With this said, we'll go for a quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Hello everyone, my name is Amalindate, a proud ambassador for Sonotech's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. It's hashtag Pinktober, hashtag Sonotech Goes Pink. Now from the 1st October to the 31st October 2021, at any of the 3 branches of Sonotech, Tema, Osu and West Hills Malls, we are gathering together to get free screening. Yes, I said it's free. And that's not all we have for you. We also have 20% off mammogram testing and 50% off ultrasound. Let's go pink from October the 1st to the 31st, 2021 at Osu, Tema, and West Hills Mall, all Sonotech branches. We are giving hope to save a life. See you there.
Welcome aboard the safest airline in Africa. With industry-leading safety measures to protect your well-being. The first in Africa to earn a diamond standard of safety. Offering a more contactless, safe, and seamless experience. delivered with a smile by Africa's first fully vaccinated crew. Creating special memories that bring the joy back to flying so you can continue making memories with your loved ones. Book your flight with Rwandair today. Rwandair, the safest airline in Africa.
Rwandair, fly the dream of Africa.
Yeni Masatek, so your kunini roofing industry nim, enti, Saudi roofina, now what Asatek. Asatek will quality long span roofing sheeter, a nail free, Tresse, and here so did a drabomu, now so a team would down so. Pampe and Frama and a whom and to me Asatek quality long span roofing sheets with beautiful bright colors with anti-fading and anti-rusting properties. Tresse, every nache name panso, enti warmer 30-year warranty. Terms and conditions apply. Asatek quality long span roofing sheet dear. Eyama debia, say a warehouse, school, hotel, hospital, sorry, and now say a wawufi. Use Asatek quality nail free long span roofing sheet to be. Now what dando be jinaso na yino. Your delivery services papa bia and for wonderful kwa Asatek Bema was can order between 3 and 5 working days. Our VIP delivery services so one day pay na Osaka. We Asatek achieve kwai Watama 22 Meridian Road when you board warehouse na paying Takrade Efiokuma number 9 wo pay Efiokuma Fidelity Bank no Voter Region so or Wakache Tatome GN Bank and Chen Hope Asatek sheltering you for life.
Breast cancer is very scary and all, but for some reason, a lot of women think that it could never happen to them. October is here again. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We've come to know that breast cancer is the one cancer that's killing more women than any other cancer in women. This means that all of us need to be concerned and all of us need to take the requisite steps to ensure that we get screened, know whether or not we have anything to be concerned about, and most importantly, know that there is a cure. Breast cancer can be treated and is best when it's detected early. So take advantage of this Breast Cancer Awareness Month and go and get screened. There's free screening available. If you go to Sonotech in Accra, at their branches at the West Hills Mall in Tema or Osu, you can get your screening done for absolutely no fee at all. Also, if you'd like to do a mammogram or an ultrasound, you get it as a good discount during the month of October. It's time for all of us to get tested. Let us get screened. Let us know whether or not we have anything to be concerned about. And most importantly, let us know that if you do have any signs of breast cancer, the earlier it's detected, the better it is for you, your family, and your loved ones. This year, I'm happy to partner with Sonotech during the Breast Cancer Awareness Month to get more and more women interested in taking steps to know whether or not we have anything to be concerned about. Stay safe and get screened. My name is Na Shoko. I'm a broadcaster.
Announcements on Adoatv. Contact Adoatv for your general announcements, proclamations and publications, job vacancies, etc. at a very affordable rate. Call 050-92-57754, 020-9494-258, or visit our marketing desk at Stepwork premises. Adoatv, bringing good things to life.
Order. But when I get your mouth, and that's all I want. I bet the order.
malaria nti aba yi waye juma bono
What you are defeated.
malaria therefore ya o enti awo ahwere ne customers ni wahu ne se maami aye smart apa CB Malakio amma ne ba ya odi ko school she se aduane si berry market chi ani malaria nti a ontimi ni
Onia and now Emma when we are at war. So we have malaria test. Maybe we want and better and CB Malakio. Yedinuna, Nehama, and now Kikabom as soon as I CB Malakio. And no one so there, and I don't grow. And yet, that shit.
A drawing yama appeal for about a woman for any quada won't feed you.
Susiana, what would you with
FD Ashusha sa a jedi and crato you mu adia to Musa and
Breast cancer is very scary and all, but for some reason, a lot of women think that it could never happen to them. October is here again. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We've come to know that breast cancer is the one cancer that's killing more women than any other cancer in women. This means that all of us need to be concerned and all of us need to take the requisite steps to ensure that we get screened, know whether or not we have anything to be concerned about, and most importantly, know that there is a cure. Breast cancer can be treated and is best when it's detected early. So take advantage of this Breast Cancer Awareness Month and go and get screened. There's free screening available. If you go to Sonotech in Accra, at their branches at the West Hills Mall in Tema or Osu, you can get your screening done for absolutely no fee at all. Also, if you'd like to do a mammogram or an ultrasound, you get it as a good discount during the month of October. It's time for all of us to get tested. Let us get screened.
Well, welcome back. It's AM Kana here on Adoatv, and we have our two gentlemen in the studios today to discuss with me some very, very delicate issues. Yesterday, there were reports that the finance minister had the opportunity to speak at a meeting at UPSA, and well, he made some comments that didn't. And he said, well, if you gauge from the reactions of people, even on social media, that didn't really sit well with a lot of people, especially the youth. We are going to take a look at what exactly the finance minister said, and then what exactly is the problem with the reactions of people. And with me is Nana Mpra. He's an MPP communications team member, and of course, his colleague on the other side, Israel McLean at Jokache. He speaks for the NDC. So, as I indicated, we are going to take a look at why the finance minister made a statement like that. That is, whether it is even true or not. But coming from the finance minister, I mean, you can ascertain for yourself whether it is a fact or it isn't. And then what we can do as a nation as far as the statement is concerned, because it is about the youth especially. We mostly say that the youth is the future of the nation. One guy just told me some time ago that the nation is not even there for the youth to become the future. We are going to look at why the youth is worried when such comments coming from the financial minister is made. Over the past few years, we have not just been, let's say, served with such comments from the finance minister alone. We have had very, very interesting comment coming from people in position, people in power, where a lot of people have been agitating the youth, especially during the Face the Country era, where some lawmakers, people in authority, responded to people's queries in certain ways that didn't sit well with the majority of the population. So join us, sit tight as we go through the discussion for the debate. Let me remind you that Vena Mineral Water is here with us. Vena is what I'm recommending for you today. Use it to cook, you drink for all occasions, funerals, parties, church service, engagements, weddings. Trust me, it is a brand that you can always rely on and you will not be disappointed. We are in the month of October and everywhere is breast cancer. We are still informing you about the dangers of breast cancer. So on our social programs, we always discuss what breast cancer is, how to prevent it, and if you're unable to prevent it, how to take care of it when you are affected by it. Now, in that order, the best medical center that I am recommending for you is Sunotech Medical and Diagnostics Center. Just go to from the roundabout to the use the Laboni Road. They are just on your right side after the roundabout. A very, very beautiful building. Sunotech Diagnostics and Medical Center is where we are all recommending for you. They don't just treat breast cancer, but even if it comes to breast cancer, they are the best. They're from examination to getting you proper treatment. You can always trust them. Take breast cancer out. They have so many other services, all kinds of scans. Go there and then they will do it. There is mammogram and whatever you want to think of as far as medical assistance is concerned. Sunotech is ready. They have branches all over the place. They are very close to you, so don't hesitate to join them. Go there for assistance as far as you are concerned and your health is concerned. Then, if we are flying, we are going straight to fly with Air Rwand or Rwand Air. One of the best atmospheres. You see, when you travel by air, you want to feel very comfortable because traveling by air, even though it's exciting and all that, is also a very, very interesting experience that everybody wants to have. And when you have a first class, I mean, if you have a very, very good airline, a very, very experienced airline, one of the best we have on the continent, giving you this experience, I mean, it adds to whatever you are going to feel. Your excitement, your interest goes up. You try Air Rwanda or Rwanda Airline today, and you come back tomorrow because of the kind of service they provide for you when you are on board. They fly you safely from wherever you are going, from wherever you are to wherever you are going. And they have so many destinations as well. But the most important thing is that their rates are very, very affordable. So you'll be surprised that you are going to a certain country and they tell you the rate, and then you'll be like, are you people serious? That's what Rwanda Air has for you. So kindly go to them at the airport, call them, find them on Facebook, find them on Twitter, call them, and trust me, you enjoy very, very, very beautiful rates from them. And you also enjoy their flight. When you're on board, you are safe. COVID-19 is not a problem there because, I mean, disinfection is properly done in the flight. Their food is nice and everything. So you kindly get your ticket when you're flying from Rwanda Air and enjoy a safe flight. They are the reason why we're able to bring you this morning's discussion. Let me welcome you, gentlemen. Good morning and welcome once again.
Good morning.
I had to give my people small funds. Very, very important.
It's
very
important. I don't know if the Sonotech clinic, they teach men how to do the massage of the breast.
Oh yes.
It's very important. They have to teach us so that we will not be doing it wrongly.
Yes. I mean,
exactly.
It's very, very important. I think Sonotech, we have to remind them if they are not projecting that service, that they should project that one too, so that some of us are interested in those services.
Very important.
They are doing the scanning and the examination, and they should teach us the self-examination too.
Yes.
So we can do
that. Is men. They should teach us.
Yes, of
men.
course. We are going to do the examination in our homes. Thank you, Anyway, that's it. But yesterday, among the many troubles we have, as far as I am a youth, I am very, very concerned as well.
Sure.
for any person in authority. You see, it may even be the fact, but leadership also comes with a lot of responsibilities. One of them is communication. And so, even though I am in trouble, or even though I may be facing challenges, how you present the challenges to me also affects my psyche. I mean, it also affects how I'm going to approach whatever challenge it is. Unemployment is a very, very big issue in Ghana.
Very important.
Now, when any person in authority comes to me and say, you know what, we are aware that unemployment is a big issue. We are working assiduously to avert it. Just hold on, don't give up. I mean, it's a different thing. And I'm going to always approach the issues of unemployment from a very, very courageous perspective, that I know that it is not easy, but I'm going to continue to press. On the other side, another person in authority also comes to tell me that, you know what, government payroll is full. So if you don't create something for yourself, you and your God. I mean, that also gives me, or it affects me, it hurts me differently. And it's also going to affect the way I'm going to approach unemployment. Let me start with McLean.
Yeah.
I know you have heard this statement. And I do not know. We all belong to the same, youth bracket.
Sure.
How did you feel about this statement coming from? And what do you think would necessitate the finance minister? Yesterday, one guy asked me, is he speaking the truth? Or, I told him that's the finance minister. Why would the finance minister come and tell us if the payroll is full, if it is not full? And is it also a figure of speech he was trying to put out?
Yes, good morning once again to yourself, your staffs, and your cherished viewers. And a good morning to members of the National Democratic Congress and the Ghanaian populace who had received the news of unemployment cemented that the government of the day cannot even employ one person as we speak now. That is a shock to us as youth. It's a shock to even the old age, and it is going to be a shock to the children if the necessary steps are not taken. Personally, I couldn't even sleep because I would have to sit up and think well. One, as somebody who has a lot of responsibility on my chest, and then on the other hand, as a politician. This is a colleague politician who is saying this. When it gets to issues like this, sometimes when the populace lose confidence in politics, it affects every politician. It's not about this and that, but come to think of it, the statement from the finance minister, I would describe it as a failed leadership style. It's a leadership that has failed woefully, a leadership that do not take the populace and the youth into any account. There is total disregard for the respect that we need to earn from the leadership of the Akufo-Addo-led administration. The reason why I'm saying that is I wouldn't love to go to propaganda, but we will look at the issue objectively as youth, what we have to do now, because these are old men that are failing us. And if you want to go by only political propaganda, it will not. But don't forget also, I want to point it out clearly that the Akufo-Addo-led administration and then the finance minister-led finance ministry has come to just enrich themselves at the expense of the populace. You see, the same finance minister who went to parliament and told Ghanaians alongside the national security minister that the president of the day wants to bath in the air. My brother, you are spending close to 100 billion old currency. 100 billion to bath in the sky. That 100 billion, how much did I use to start my company? To be frank with you, it was not more than 8,000 Ghana cedis.
The president was not baffing the sky. Someone just came
no,
to
that
say
was the statement. They said the only reason why he cannot use the Falcom that is available is that he cannot baff in that one.
That was not the only reason that was stated. When the defense, when the minister came to parliament,
my brother, this
in
issue,
fact, that was just the last thing he added.
Yes, but
there were a lot of things he mentioned before.
Good.
I understand your point.
Yeah, there can be a lot of points that he raised, but
why won't we focus on
yes,
the main
but
ones?
the problem, you cannot solve a problem without uprooting the rotten that is there.
What is rotten?
You get it?
The minister outlined several. I don't know whether it's even up to 10, but I mean he outlined several reasons why.
Let me tell you why they are not
president cannot use or is not using
my
that.
brother. All the 10 points that are listed as a reason why the president cannot use that aircraft. Is the president a better human being than other presidents that are hiring our aircraft?
Excuse me, are we discussing
aircraft? No, he's making this point. He'll bring it there.
You cannot determine how I arrive.
Go ahead.
You get it?
Go ahead.
Unless otherwise, the president of the republic want to tell us that the other presidents are not human beings. So he's only living an extravagant life at the expense of the youth.
Okay.
And we, the youth, have to stand to speak that, look, these monies that you are using to rent, and I'm shocked that youths who are in the MPP will lose and have lost their sense of judgment. They have lost their sense of judgment when it comes to issues of this nature. What did Mahama even do that you classify him as incompetent? He didn't come out to tell the public that he cannot create a job. You came to the public through your finance minister to tell us that you cannot create a job, and you want us to tell you that you are competent.
Yesterday, a gentleman also asked me that, I mean, when we were trying to have a discussion on that, someone was also of the view that perhaps it's a figure of speech. It doesn't really mean that the payroll is full, but he was speaking to students at that time and wanted to tell the students that be innovative, be creative. Don't only come and
did you follow the person who spoke after him at the program?
Exactly, yeah.
That's
yes,
right.
Yes.
He also reiterated the same point.
Okay.
He also reiterated the same point.
Yeah.
That there is no way, and it's not the first time we are hearing this thing from government. When they open a recruitment way, did you see the number of youth that went there?
Yeah, of course.
The trade fair
conference center
program. Did you see what happened there? So this is an issue that is giving some of us bitterness, not because we are politicians.
Okay.
If you have brothers who wake up in the morning and you need to give them money to be able to go and buy food every day, you will not sit on national television and say that because I belong to a political party that has failed woefully the citizens of this country, you pretend to tell Ghanaians that all is well.
Especially the youth.
Look at the country in which we are. We are now buying, even Calipo that Akufo-Addo took 2016, which was 70 pesos, we are now buying it as 1 cedi 50 pesos. Even those that are working, the person who earns among the bracket of youth, there is no youth in Ghana that can tell me that he or she is earning more than 2,000 Ghana cedis in the public sector. At 3,800 in the public sector. They take 700, they take 800 cedis, they take 500 cedis. Your transportation, your accommodation, and all those things.
That hasn't been there today. I mean, that has been there.
No, that's what I'm saying. That those are even challenges that you are not able to solve yet.
Okay.
Then you move and come and add another problem to the existing problem already.
But they are telling the truth. Oh, I mean,
no,
if there is no job, there is no job.
Let me tell you. If your father comes to tell you that, look, as it stands now, I am going to kill myself. If you don't take time, you kill yourself before your father will die. Coming out to tell Ghanaians, to tell even we the youth that there is no job for you, that is not of a good leadership style. What are they supposed to do when you are being invited to such a program? Give us some form of respect. You get it? We all know how the system is. We understand how it is. But the problem with MPP is that there is a total disregard for we the youth of this country. And you say it and people will be like, oh, because you are NDC. Let me tell you, when you leave your baller around and a fly comes on it and fly away, nobody direct the direction of that fly. It can enter your kitchen, it can enter my kitchen, it can enter his kitchen, it can enter your kitchen. So when it comes to issues of unemployment, don't forget the failed unemployment slogan that we are singing today will lead to the robbery that we'll see. And when the youth are beginning to take guns and cutlasses, your door, it's not far from them. My door is not far from them. You get what I'm saying? When the youth decide to go into this cyber fraud and other things, we are all at risk. When the youth decide to go on the street, we are all at risk. So when it comes to employment, don't forget employment is the underpin, the main center of attraction for everybody that is here. The finance minister, what is he supposed to do? Look at sectors that the government has to take care of. Macroeconomic systems, they have failed there. Taxation, they have failed there. Interest rate, they have failed there. Bribery and corruption, which is one of the main issues.
Why do you say that they have failed in taxation, interest rate?
My brother,
how do you arrive?
Are you not paying part of the Bola tax? You are paying Bola tax.
Yeah.
What is the essence of that Bola tax? This VAT and then this COVID-19 and petroleum taxes that they are bringing. My brother, as a young man, when you are driving to work, all these taxes are coagulated and capped on everything that you do. That is why things are expensive.
Okay.
There is a letter shop even in Ungwa that I wanted to rent. Do you know how much they were quoting for me? They are even giving me 5 years old. And I have to pay, if I calculate, it's more than 38,000 Ghana cedis as a young man who want to start a business in that part of town. Why would that increase? It's because when they are going to buy cement, instead of 27 cedis, it's now 50 cedis or 52 cedis. If they are going to buy iron rod, it is expensive. So even the government itself has failed woefully on taxation. They have failed woefully on interest rate. They have failed woefully in macroeconomic system that they need to create to be able to give the private sector the ability to be able to operate. So when we are speaking, let us be emphatic. Let us tell the Minister of Finance that, look, if you know you cannot continue, just resign and let somebody with fresh brain, somebody with the capability, somebody with the ability to reason with the youth and be able to create jobs for us. Not come out and tell us anything. We have other better materials in the MPP. Is it the only person? Is the cousin of the president the only person to take up that position? He's not the only person. So at the end of the day, the MPP has to now learn. They should go back to the drawing table. Bawumia, His Excellency Bawumia, who is supposed to be the head of the economic management team, they have failed Ghanaians. You tell us that he has arrested the dollar. I don't know whether the key is in your studio or still with the IGP as is not at post. And you know, if your interest rate is high, it will affect everything. You know why? Motorbikes that we used to import those days, the total cost after clearing at port should be somewhere 4,800. Now, before you finish, it's almost 12,000. How much will you sell it? And which youth can even buy that to if is going to do Okada? The car they themselves, they have brought that they are even replacing with the motorbikes for these guys that could have created. Yes, that could have created job. Personally, I was okay with it and I support them. But when I saw the car, I was disappointed. And this car that I can buy, like 15,000 Ghana cedis, shipment and everything, you are giving them at 25,000 Ghana cedis. And you even told them that it was going to be what? Replacement, and it's going to be free. Even if you come back to tell them that, look, this car we are giving to you, you are going to pay. It should not be that too outrageous.
Anyway,
you get it. So practically, practically, the NPP led government of the day, they have failed us. And please, we are always sounding the warning to them that we didn't vote you into power to come and be blaming us.
Thank you.
Do the job, do the do. That is why we put you there.
All right. Okay, Nana. You obviously disagree with him, but well, okay. You come in. I have a question. Perhaps when you start, I can be able to bring it up. Yeah.
Let me first extend my condolence to the late constituency organizer of Botiano English Chairman from Patrick Obeng. He's the main reason why I'm in black today. My deepest condolence to his family. And I also use this opportunity to greet Honorable Mavis Halcomson, MP stroke Minister Extraordinaire. The best thing ever happening to the Wotusi, the best thing ever happening to the Central Region, the best thing ever happening to Ghana as a whole. And I also use this opportunity. I also use this opportunity to greet
the president has not said it's the best thing that
to me. Okay. I am greeting her. She's my mother.
Okay. I agree. I was only asking.
The one day they'll shoot you at home.
Forget it. She will shoot anytime she has to shoot.
Okay. see the kind of you see the kind of training they are giving you people.
What kind of training? Excuse me.
That's the kind of training they are giving you at home.
They didn't tell you, McLean.
You see when he was cutting me out of school.
That's why I asked him. That's why.
Relax, McLean. We are going about make communication.
Go ahead.
Let me also extend greetings to Honorable Anita Obola Emisa, MC of Senior East Municipal Assembly, and also greet the MP of Batiana English Amafro, and also greet the hardworking MC of Gasal, Joseph Steven Yani. Yeah, because of his hard work, the president retained him. Yeah. He's an extraordinary man, and I'll use this opportunity to also greet the Deputy CEO for Coastal Development Authority, Mr. Afram.
Okay, so hold on for me, okay? Let's take this quick thing. We'll come back and then you go straight to your submission.
Welcome aboard the safest airline in Africa. With industry-leading safety measures to protect your well-being. The first in Africa to earn a diamond standard of safety. Offering a more contactless, safe, and seamless experience. Delivered with a smile by Africa's first fully vaccinated crew. Creating special memories that bring the joy back to flying, so you can continue making memories with your loved ones. Book your flight with RwandAir today. RwandAir, the safest airline in Africa.
RwandAir, fly the dream of Africa.
Hello everyone, my name is Adoatv, a proud ambassador for Sonotech's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. It's hashtag Pinktober, hashtag Sonotech Goes Pink. Now from the 1st October to the 31st October 2021, at any of the 3 branches of Sonotech, Tema, Osu and West Hills Malls, we are gathering together to get free screening. Yes, I said it's free. And that's not all we have for you. We also have 20% off mammogram testing and 50% off ultrasound. Let's go pink from October the 1st to the 31st, 2021 at Osu, Tema, and West Hills Mall, all Sonotech branches. We are giving hope to save a life. See you there.
So your kunini roofing industry nim enti saudi roofina na wadwena Asatek wo quality long span roofing sheeter esan nail free trese ehia saudi da doabo mu nanso etimu dan no so a pampe amframa anahum entumi nya no hwe. Asatek quality long span roofing sheets with beautiful bright colors with anti-fading and anti-rusting properties. Trese enwe na ache na empanso enti wo ma 30-year warranty. Terms and conditions apply. Asatek quality long span roofing sheet dear. Eyamata bia say a warehouse, school, hotel, hospital, sorry, ana say a wawufi. Use Asatek quality nail free long span roofing sheet to be. Now what dando be jinaso na yin ho. wɔyɛ delivery services papa bi a ɛmfa ho ne fa kwan wɔ Asatec bɛma wɔ sa kan order between 3 and 5 working days. Wɔwɔ VIP delivery services so a 1 day pɛ na wɔ sa kan. Hwehwɛ Asatec akyi kwan wɔ Tamako 22 Meridian Road wɔ ne Cocoa Board Warehouse na bɛn Takrade Efie Kuma number 9 wɔ bɛn Efie Kuma Fidelity Bank no Volta region so wɔ Akache Tatome GN Bank nkyɛn hɔ pɛ. Asatec, sheltering you for life.
CB will make up now. I'm not correct. Why your best mankasa?
That's it.
Who anyone? Oh, middle. You captures about one man. CB man capsules. You see, CB man capsules and America.
Yeah, you see men and women's capsules now. You knew me that and 1 year packaging I had a pepper.
Wow! What a packaging! CB man, any CB woman capsules, no packaging is out. And you also no mood any biansan wako do pegi.
Share a painful any about town man kwada no for. Any kwada won di fie du ye. Enka ho.
Susanna. Ghana man be man tamase.
Dodo Afre 0247 111671 and 0246 578 750. FDA adi edwedi nkato yato.
John, who feeling you? Wow, ebeyefe. Eddie, what boy juma? I take a roofing now. Oh, you fell one casa from Asatec. Oh, na same roofing is a baby bray nice keke. Why na catch you? Asatec roofing sheet there. And you nice keke with the bodan swa a cheye and renache. They want to call us a hood of a fair the bray. No no free roofing sheet no dear. Who hear that will be out? Now so the bodan swa a hero supampe. Which means which room send you open roofing sheet no. You try the summer of pepe. Mama po Asatec money there. One of my technical advice na estimate free or professional installers and so on your on-site installation. Oh yes, quality nebo da feminine. Asatec 5 days pay na wasa kan order. Na wa year after sales service proper bin so. Hwehwe Asatec Watema Community 2, Meridian Road, Cocoa Board Warehouse, Western Region so Asatec Takrade Anaji, Yeni Princeland Hotel and the Shinimu. And the Volta Region yawo Akachi South District Assembly Kwano so wa.
Welcome aboard the safest airline in Africa. With industry-leading safety measures to protect your well-being. The first in Africa to earn a diamond standard of safety. Offering a more contactless, safe, and seamless experience. Delivered with a smile by Africa's first fully vaccinated crew. Creating special memories that bring the joy back to flying, so you can continue making memories with your loved ones. Book your flight with RwandAir today. RwandAir, the safest airline in Africa.
RwandAir, fly the dream of Africa.
Right, welcome back. It's AM Ghana here on Adoatv. We're having a discussion about the comments by the finance minister yesterday when he mentioned that the government's payroll is full and graduates would have to look for other alternatives. Nana, you're on the floor.
You see?
Sorry for that break.
Yeah, don't worry. You see, when the minister says something like that, to me, he's being one, sincere, and two, giving a typical, a vivid perspective of whatever it entails now in the government. But you see, I for one, when I hear the NDC making such statements that he's not the good, he's not that. We have a president, a former president, who was able to buy Benz for his son, but was telling Ghanaian youth to Okada. Did we complain about it? You see, let us not, twist the narrative. The issue at hand was the minister was invited to a program which speaks about entrepreneurship. Okay. And he was talking about entrepreneurship. If you can remember, during the COVID era, in November 18, there was a program that was launched called the Ghana Obatampa Care program, which has the first phase of the business support, where the government released freebies to Ghanaian house of petty traders so that they can revamp their businesses due to the COVID-19 hit. It was in two folds. The first one was that, and this is the second one. The second one is helping youth with money, which the amount that government capped for the entire process was 100 billion Ghana cedis. And so, if the minister is saying this, the minister is saying that to also make the youth understand that you can't just focus on having government employment. You should also think of being an entrepreneur so that you can employ people. We inherited an economy where unemployment rate was 11.9, sorry, from the NDC. Now, do you know the current unemployment rate in Ghana now? It's 7.3. NPP did it. And so if the NDC sits here and speaks and start talking about unemployment, we inherited a country where the NDC were not employing people. They were doing substitutions. When you are going for pension, they replace you with someone because they bond to IMF for policy credibility. And so IMF, one of their policies, their laid down policies for that particular, policy they went for is that they can, employ people in the government sector. And so unemployment was just there. And so if the minister today, through the hard working, His Excellency Nana Danko Akufo-Addo and his minister has been able to bring that 11.9% unemployment rate to 7.3%, and you say they are not working, I just don't get it. Where did they have this smarts? Where did they work all these things? We are talking about how to grow the nation. When you go across the world, because of the pandemic, even these big countries we all know, US, Canada, UK, they are all not, functioning well due to the pandemic. And so it's a big blow to everyone's job. And Ghana in Africa has been one of the countries that have been able to, stand on its feet, even after the pandemic. And we are still working on it. Instead of them to come together and, promote whatever the minister is saying, because what he's saying is right. Imagine, the government sector is employing over 1 million people. How many are we now in Ghana per the population census?
Let me ask you this. You realize that when we are in school, majority of our students are of the view that we graduate and then we get opportunities to be employed. In fact, now if you look at people who go to do national services, especially in the government sector, one of their prayer points is that I would be retained by the time I'm finishing my service. Yeah. So there is this perception already. If the minister tells me straight ahead that government payroll is full, don't you think that is, in itself alone?
So if the minister tells you straight ahead that government payroll is full, but then government has made, an environment flexible, good for you as an entrepreneur to start business. They are giving you capital. You went to the university, you've graduated, you've learned skills in the university. And so if you can listen to what the minister said, he said if UPSA has trained you to become entrepreneurs,
okay.
And so if you have not been trained to become an entrepreneur, then when government even give you that kind of funding, you are going to waste it. You see, I want us to stick to issues. What the minister was discussing during that period is the most important thing. Because unemployment rate, yes, we attest to the fact that unemployment rate is still there, but we have done a better job than the NDC. We have done a better job than the NDC.
Is the NDC the standard?
No, it is not. Of course, they are the standard now.
No,
they are the leading opposition party. They are leading power.
No, what I mean is that when it comes to solving problems,
I'm also explaining to you that, look at this. We, the NPP, we took power from the NDC.
Yeah.
What they were not able to do, we've done it.
Agreed.
And I'm telling you that we are still working hard towards it.
Agreed.
But now, the vivid picture is, the minister is talking about youth coming into, entrepreneurship. They have made an environment conducive for them to work with these monies. That $100 billion Ghana cedis I was talking about, the 100 billion Ghana cedis I was talking about, the second phase of the Obatampa cares. It's for the youth. So you should venture into it and take some of the money and start a business. When imagine if you see the graduates there, there were over 1,000 people. If one graduate each has ventured into this, Obatampa care program, and is employing three people each. Do you think we'll still have this unemployment rate something?
Not all of them would be.
No, I'm just giving you an example.
But you said each.
Imagine if they are just employing 3 people each. People are just starting businesses and they are getting capital.
All of them cannot be entrepreneurs.
Of course, all of them cannot be entrepreneurs. But I'm giving you a picture. I want you to also see from the perspective I'm coming from.
No, I understand what you are saying.
So
perhaps what I was expecting you to put across is that, let's say 20% of them ventures into entrepreneurship and employs the other people.
Fair enough. But you see, if all these graduates, let's take 20% or even 40% of them have ventured and they are taking some of this 100 billion Ghana cedi,
they can
venture into yes, they can also bring unemployment trader. How did Anado bring on unemployment trader? He brought one district, one factory, planting for food and jobs. He brought NAPCO to disband the unemployed graduate association the NDC left for us. And so if we are saying that we are better than the NDC, you should just understand us. But the fact is, the reality on ground is what the minister is communicating to them. And interestingly, the minister was not telling them that you can't have government jobs. No. He's also trying to introduce a new venture for them. You can't put your balls in your cake in one plate. You can't do that. You should have other options, a contingency plan. If now, in Ghana, when you complete national service, it's not every time that it's automatic you get jobs.
Exactly.
You stay home for a while. And so now that he has enlightened you that there is a fund, there is an amount there,
opportunity.
100 billion Ghana cedis, not a small money. There is a program called the Obatampa Care. You can take advantage of it. After national service, won't you take advantage of this, or you stay home and wait for a government job whilst others are working? You see, slow motion is better than no motion. When you are doing things like this, imagine all these companies we were able to support with the one district, one factory initiative, and we're able to employ people to bring this unemployment rate down. All of them were all waiting for government to employ them. Do you think we could have achieved what we've achieved in the past? So what the minister was saying, he was coming from a perspective that every Ghanaian, every youth now should also be innovative and think of these things. You can't always sit and wait for government job. When you go to the Western world, it's not done like that. How many people are employed in the Western world who are working in the government sector? But in Ghana, everybody wants to work in the government sector.
Because perhaps it's the picture that we have continuously.
And that is why now we want to change the narrative by bringing the different picture. And you people, these same people are not propagating that picture.
Yesterday,
you are siding with the NDC.
Yesterday, I saw a video where John Bodu was speaking. I think that was supposed to be before the NPP came to power. So perhaps in 2016, the settings suggest that it was a campaign where he was speaking, and he was very, very emphatic. He said that Salasi, can you find that video so that? But then he just said, he was speaking in P. He said, Bema Ghana for Juma,
even export.
Baby no. This year for free
Of course, what he said was right.
No, I agree. Let me make my point. I mean, when you create this impression, okay, that is why I would vote for you. So I was not, like you said, unemployment graduate association.
No, that was unemployed graduate association.
Sorry, unemployed graduate. I know. I heard about it as well.
Of course.
So let's say I belong to the unemployed graduate association by then. Then I hear someone speaking with so much passion, telling me that when I come, you won't just even get a job, but trust me, the job would be so much that you would have to get people outside and come out.
Okay.
I mean, I get motivated by some of these
And
things.
indeed, we created jobs. We brought the Nation Builders Corps to destroy this unemployed guardian association.
And then I vote for you.
Yes.
Okay. Then you come in. You are doing your bit to, I mean, reduce the whole, how do you call it, unemployment
We've done our best
situation.
than them.
That's why I was asking. They shouldn't be the standard. The NDC can't be the standard.
We are still working.
Your mandate is towards, I mean, to the people of the country,
of course,
of Ghana, and not the NDC. So for me, like this, if the NDC becomes your standard, then if I voted for you, I would have some form of regret voting for you, because I didn't vote for you to come and compare yourself to the NDC. I voted for you to come and make Ghana better.
And we are making Ghana better.
So then perhaps that should be the conversation. But then now we are being told that now government payroll is full. It simply suggests that what you said about the fact that that is not true. I mean, you didn't tell me the truth.
No, relax.
Because
you see, if you can listen to the policy of the president during his campaign, his 2016 manifesto, telling Ghanaians that he's going to, I mean, do the one district, one factory, he stated it emphatically that those things are going to be done with the private sectors. You get understand, and even some of the government sectors, they are going to expand the business and also support private businesses to be able to, I mean, employ most people. And you see, when we are saying things like this, we are saying this because we've been able to do it. But yet we were hit by COVID. Okay. And you see, when COVID came, stable economy became unstable.
Yeah.
Even in the Western world, where they were having their salary slashed, and when you go to UK, they were having their salary slashed, a whole lot. And so now we are working. We have come up with so many policies and so many plans. Like this of Atampake is a perfect policy, because you know, we the NPP, we believe in the microeconomics. When the layman who is down there, business is good, the economy will be good. And so that is what the NPP believes in. And so if we want to make the layman have a good sort of livelihood, and you want us to understand that we've come to destroy staffs, in fact it's annoying and pleasant.
Okay.
You see, one thing I also want the NDC to also understand is that when it comes to managing the economy, they shouldn't even compare themselves, because we as the NPP now governing Ghana, we are the best thing ever happening to Ghana now.
Okay.
If you look at this management we placed through during the COVID-19 era, after the COVID, look at the kind of stimulants we're giving to Ghanaians to start their businesses up. You didn't hear some?
No, I didn't.
And so now if he comes to sit here and says the minister is saying this, and so he didn't try saying that, the minister is being sincere, and he's telling those youths coming that they should all not picture their eyes on government jobs, but there is this opportunity there, they should venture it and take opportunity of it.
Thank you. McLean,
sir,
if you listen to Nana, you realize that he also reiterated. I mentioned earlier that I had a discussion with somebody on this, and he said, shouldn't we also concentrate on the fact that maybe the minister is trying to, in fact, there may not be, or it won't even be a fact that the government payroll is full, but perhaps he's just trying to whip people's interest so that they look at other areas as far as employment is concerned, and not because if you look at the numbers coming in as graduates this year alone, I mean, even if there are opportunities in government sectors, they cannot fill in. There will be a lot of people who will not be employed. So perhaps you should consider other ventures rather than looking at it. Shouldn't we also see it from that angle, that perspective?
You see, with NPP and its communicators, I always tell them that vocality is not sensibility. Number two, I always tell NPP communicators and the NPP government that the reason why we voted for you is not to come back to tell us what we knew we cannot do, is the reason why we gave you power. Mention one finance minister ever lived on the surface of this earth that had approached its citizen with such arrogance that the finance minister portrayed in the auditoriums of the UPSA graduation ceremony. Mention one person.
Please allow him.
Is this arrogance? Telling Ghanaian youth that there are opportunities that you can take advantage of.
Nana, allow him to make his point.
You call this arrogance?
Nana, allow him to make his point. Can you allow him?
With all these statements, 1DF, stimulus package, COVID-19, so and so, just tell us that if these items that they trumpeted, and they are still trumpeting, is effective, we will not be having the large backlog of unemployed graduates in the country. So you can make the noise with all these beautiful policies that you say, but the reality of unemployed graduates on the street will expose you. That is the reality. My brother, just tell Ghanaian youth that you are going to do job fair and see the number of people. People will even travel from Tamale and come and sleep in Accra just waiting for that day. So all these policies that you have trumpeted, what is its effect? What is the reflection?
But that's also a fact that some of these policies have also recruited people.
Recruited how many people?
Oh, you don't know.
I mean,
1, 2.
Definitely. See, I made this. I mean, some months ago, I was having the same discussions here that I was even asking the MPP man that, especially from May. I started from May this year. There is a list of factories that you would hear almost every week. We heard the president, especially when he was on the tour.
Was he cutting short for the construction or commissioning of those ones?
Operationalizing a lot of the
let me tell you emphatically, go to those places and look if these companies, all of them are operationalizing.
That's a different story. But I was even, that's why I said I was asking the MPP person that from May, almost every other week, we heard the president commissioning and operationalizing factories. And I mean the tomato factory, the starch factory, the cassava, whatever it is. So my question to him was that, how come we still have unemployment when all these factories are going to be are being operational? And so if these factories are also being operationalized, it doesn't erase the fact that people are going to be working in those factories, even those who have been expanded, who have been given support to expand. We saw the steel company. I mean, they are in operation. They have expanded. More people have been recruited. So, I mean, there is a simple fact that people have been taken off the unemployment list.
You see, I keep telling you that the problem with the NPP is that the propaganda is more than the reality.
So they give us more than what we should expect.
You see, they trumpet, excuse my word, unnecessary unachievements to the citizenry. So you see, the whole country has believed Akufo-Addo coming to power. They believed him coming to power. Now, the reason why they voted probably Mahama out is because they trusted you.
Of course,
to do something best. That is the reason why democracy takes one out and brings another person in. You now come to power and you are blaming your inability. You are blaming your incompetence on a government that you sang and trumpeted a song of incompetence to. How can you compare yourself to such a government? If you think, because that was what you told Ghanaians prior to 2016 elections.
We are not comparing ourselves.
You get it? You even went to the extent.
We've worked better.
You even went to the extent to start using us as the yardstick of your argument. Like I can't just get it. You see, let's come back to the reality.
You will never get it.
What are the reasons why this unemployment is increasing? That is the question. Probably me as a politician and a youthful politician.
I also have that same question. Right, because I'm saying that when the NPP assumed power,
yes,
okay, or before they assumed power, we heard of unemployment graduate association, this and that.
Yes.
Now they came to power. We all heard about. In fact, we all know about NAPCO, planting for food and jobs. Of course, the one district, one factory is there. Even recently, just recently, we saw the security services opening up their doors for people who want to be recruited into the system to also apply, and then and all those others.
You see,
and so it actually baffles me.
Good.
When we went to the what was the place?
The trade fair.
Conference center.
Conference center.
For
good.
A job fair, and trust me, that was just people from Accra. Because, I mean, so even at the fair, I mean, it was told that it will be replicated in different regions so that others who didn't get your.
So that will hurt more people there.
So I don't understand why, with all these things happening, there is still a lot more people who are not.
Which means that the NPP is lying to the public.
Well, if you say lying, what exactly were they lying about?
You see,
let him answer. If you say lying,
yes,
what exactly are they lying about?
You see, let me tell you, if you open a tomato factory, you open cassava factory, you open youth in aquaculture, youth in agriculture, with all these things that you are mentioning, it should correspond or it should match the employment rate.
Okay.
So when you trumpet that we have created jobs, as though you have even created jobs than the US government, then the people who are now crying for jobs should not be crying. Which means that MPP, one, they are lying to Ghanaians.
That
they only come to as the way they send them.
Ghanaians that
they have created jobs.
Okay. As the way they send who.
You get it? Look, if you take their manifesto, my brother, you weep in your room. You realize that it's a well-schemed and strategic lying propaganda that is put together to just win the hearts. Everybody understands. Everybody understands the PR involved in campaigning, in election. Now the reality has caught up with them.
Okay.
How?
You get what I'm saying? Now let's come back to some few things. You see, if you want us to speak about issues, as the reasons why these things are happening is at one side, then I will invite him and yourself to a round table to discuss this issue as though we are the only people to advise government. Because we are youth.
Yeah.
One reason why the old age are not respecting the youth is that one, we don't make money. Two, we don't read. Oh no, that is factual. Because take someone like Akufo-Addo and himself. If the two of them should sit on a table, the old man will convince him. Why? Because the old man has read. The only thing that the old man might have gotten that he cannot get, and we all agree with his experience. But the problem with we youth is that one, we don't read. And one issue I have with even the education system is that there is a mismatch between the skills that we acquire and the job market.
So maybe
that is
maybe that is a problem that needs to be addressed.
No, it's a series of problems. That's why I said now the argument is not going to be you are MPP and NDC. It is going to be two youths meeting the host and discussing the way forward. That is what should give we the youth sitting here the credibility for those watching us to respect us and know we have a future. You see that? No, you see at the end of the day, I was sent here by NDC. I'm representing NDC. You are representing MPP. So you don't expect me to come here when you are failing. I will speak about your failure before I'll talk about the issue. The government of the day, you see, allow me to fail.
Allow him. He has 2 minutes to win. Then you come in.
The important part of the discussion. You're taking it.
If you are not failing, it's not a problem. You always get your time to make your
tell
point.
Ghanaians that you are not failing.
So don't interject when it's coming. Go ahead, Mark.
So at the end of the day, the mismatch between the skills that we acquire in the schools and the job availability market is not there practically. If you look at African Institute of Intelligence, their research conducted on investment and employment in Africa, you will see clearly that something like fintech, financial technology, which includes data analysts and those stuff, how many universities in Ghana are producing these data analysts? And we are talking about practical data analysts. You go to somewhere like AI, artificial intelligence. That is the new norm. But even our educational system is wrong. And don't forget that Mahama is not the one in power for me to go and be telling Mahama that our educational system is not wrong. He has governed and left. The person is in power is that person that we all speak to. His Excellency, the education system is no good. This is the time that we are trumpeting it under your view or watch. If you can do something in your authority as president, do it. So I can't come here and be speaking to my good father Otunfo or Afede or Mahama or late Kofi Annan, who is not with us. No, the only person who has the power to control this thing is the president. So you could see that mismatch is there. The second item of which I was telling a friend that, you see, the finance minister could have studied the terrain and look at the teeming youth and the aggressiveness they are using to look for a job before you say that. He can't just come to public and come and tell us that, look, I am a failure. We salute him for taking the boldest step in the world to say that he's a failure. And at the backdrop of saying he's a failure, he could have tendered in his resignation attached to that.
All right. Let me allow
you see,
Nana to also come.
So, NDC, they are always like this. The fact is, when they know deeply that whatever he's here saying is not the truth. He knows deeply that what the finance minister is saying is the truth. The job he is talking about, he's not saying government payroll is full, as I stated earlier on. No. He is trying to tell the youth to also venture into something new. We have set up a foundation.
Don't you think that communication? Don't you think that communication? Okay, I had a problem. Sorry, it's actually not. I had a problem with one guy one time. We were having a discussion like this, and then he was mentioning NPP has done this, NPP has done it, and I was telling him that, you see, it's communication. If, for instance, you manufacture, let's say, this bottled water in your home, wherever you stay, and you don't come and tell us that you manufacture these things. I mean, I cannot know that you are.
Nobody about everyone knows about it.
Let me make my point. So he was of the view that the NPP is doing so many good things, and I was like, if you are doing good things, put it out for people to, communicate it out. Let people know that you are doing good things.
Of course.
Then we get to know about it. But if you don't tell anybody about it, I'll assume that you are doing.
That is why I'm here to tell you.
Exactly.
Things we are
so
doing.
Now, communication is very, very important when it comes to development of any nation. If the minister wants to tell us that, you know what, there is Obatampa care, Obatampa whatever, it has about 100 billion Ghana cedis.
It should tell us.
Now you can all take advantage.
We all know already.
No, wait. You can all take advantage of this Obatampa care. This is even how to assess it. Go to this place, go to that place, and you will be able to assess some of this. I mean, this is a bit straightforward.
Yeah.
Once you attach a certain negativity to the thing, saying that government payroll is full. If government payroll is not full, why do you even comment on it? Or why do you mention it? Once you attach that to whatever, you see that people would not get the Obatampa care argument that he added to it. But we are talking about why he mentioned that the government payroll is full. For me, he's a minister of finance. If the government payroll is not full, he cannot come and say it.
He cannot.
Exactly.
We are not saying.
So why didn't he? Or why was the attention not on the other positives? But coming to say that the government payroll is full.
We are not agreeing on the fact that the minister is saying the government payroll is full. We are also now arguing on the fact that the minister is enlightening us to try different ventures.
So then we accept that communication was a bit of a problem there.
Yes, fair enough. But listen to what I'm also saying. We are attesting to the fact that the minister is also trying to enlighten we the youth to also venture into new endeavors.
And that there is even a provision for that.
Yes, and there is a provision for that, and there is a support for that financially. You come for capital, you start a business up so that you can employ 2-3 people. It's not necessarily employing over 100 people and the like. That is what the minister was trying to explain.
Okay.
And you see, when it happens like this, the NDC, because they've been irrelevant for a while, they always want to use every opportunity to look like they are relevant. But interestingly, this is not going to sell, because the reason why this is not going to sell is that we have made provision for such things since November 2020. Since November, it has been there. Most people have, some of the youth who are aware have taken advantage of it. Some too are not aware. And so when we had the opportunity to meet fresh graduates who are now coming into the system, you see, when you want to initiate something, you have to start from scratch. So you are now coming into the system. So I'm enlightening you. So anytime you are done with your service and you are expecting job, just know that the Obatampa care is there, so you can be your own boss and employ others with the skills you've acquired. This is what the minister is trying to say. And you see, coming to the unemployment rate issue, you see, the NDC, sometimes when I listen to them, you see, when he was talking, I was just laughing. Because I'm amazed that you were not able to take care of the system. We are taking care of the system, and you want to show us loopholes. Do you think we don't know the loopholes? Do you think we don't know how to go about it? We've been able to manage Ghana through COVID, and our economy is still standing. You were not able to even manage Ghana when there was no COVID. You went to IMF for policy credibility. And now we have been able to manage the country till now. And you are still managing. And you are here coming to show us what to do. You know better than us. If you knew better than us, you think Ghanaians would have voted you out? We are still working. His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo is a listening president. We all know that. And whatever you tell the president, whatever the youth cry for, the president answers it. They were crying for jobs. He brought jobs. He's still working on jobs. As you can see, recently, Kumfi, the pineapple juice factory, they've come up with new set of brands, which is the KBA and the ginger pine. You see, all these things are creating jobs because during the time that the pineapple juice came into existence, there was no stable, juice factory in the central region that was employing people. This pineapple juice were able to employ over 1,500 people, and even this KBA thing is also going to add up to their employment. You should just see where we are coming from. The NPP government is committed in helping the Ghanaian youth because we believe that the youth is the future and they are the strength of the economy. We can't let them go. Yet the number of youth available for jobs is higher than the jobs. And so if it's higher than the jobs, what can the government like Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo's government do? And that's why he came up with the One District, One Factory initiative. That's why he came up with the planting for food and jobs. That's why he came up with. So you see the kind of innovation, the kind of skill the president has. He's not the president that will sit in his office and say, he's not like the president who will sit in his office and will do for me. We are talking about a hard-working president like Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. And so when the NDC man comes and sit here and be like, Anna, why are Juma? Because we are not good, that's why they voted us out. Then we should know how to start from. No, they are not being fair to us. The fact that we've done it and Ghanaians are praising us, and the fact that there is more expected of us to do, we are going to do it. They should just exercise patience, watch us, and we deliver this country from the shackles they place the country in. The NPP government is committed. It's committed in creating jobs for the youth. Nothing is going to change that course. We are still focused and we are creating the jobs. Okay. If you can see, recently the president is going to central region. I think he's going to commission this KBA. I don't drink alcohol.
I think he's in the central region.
Yeah. I don't drink alcohol, but I think if you get the opportunity, test the KBA and see. Made in Ghana is really selling, and the president has really.
I've seen the bottle.
The president has really shown to us that we as a country we can be self-reliant.
Okay.
And that is the kind of president we want to see.
Thank you very much.
President.
Thank you very much. We have some friends joining us by way of message. This is Shadrach Kofi Ofori. Shadrach says the NDC man is saying the truth. Good work done, comrade. Okay, thank you very much, Shadrach, for sending us.
I know you is a panelist to Azankwa.
This is Amisco. This name is Amisco Spelele from Kaswa. No one can dispute the fact that President Nana Addo's industrialization agenda is to develop human capital and promote economic growth. This is a clear indication to support his agenda and ignore JM, who constructs roof before building foundations. Regards to Mavis Howard Kumsin and Honorable Anita Love Obo Emisa. Okay, Mama G is also testing us from Kaswa. Mama G says no one can sit in his or her country and determine how fuel should be sold. There's national crisis. We politicize everything in Ghana. Can someone tell Ghanaians from 1992 which government has not increased fuel in this country? Nana Addo is on course to deliver his hard work to let the MPP break the age. Central is grateful for your visit, my president. Regards to Howard Kumsin. Okay, that is Mama G. Abdul Basit says that, wow, ex-President Mahama built roof before foundation. How can the factory survive? President Nana Addo is the best president in Africa, a visionary leader and father for all. Greetings to Honorable Alaji Mumuni Kankam, MC Asokwe Mampo. Okay, this is also from Abdul Basit. Abdul Basit, thanks for sending your message. I have this. It says, Sky, Ghanaians are tired of NDC. NDC's party press conference and needless demonstrations in the country. Regards to Honorable Howard Knudsen. Okay, Howard Knudsen has some more fans here. Now, this one says, down below says, the most unfortunate and grievous thing to have happened to any Ghanaian, which still remains a scars on our faces, is for Nana Akufo-Addo. Nana Akufo-Addo to be president of Ghana. He's full of tension. His age is in sharp contradiction with his performance. A sharp dichotomy between his touted laurels and his performance. How on earth can this man be a president? But once again, not surprising, he's president on African soil. He lacks focus. All what he is good at is to read a written script at event. Eat and sleep. God will take care of the rest. Bad leadership. That is coming from down below. Positive change. We are in 83 under this government. We are in 83. I mean, he's suggesting to say 1983. We are in 83 under this government. Hunger and starvation are taking the center stage of every home. Cost of living is very high. Parents struggle to feed their children 3 times daily due to poverty and hardship. Clearly, things are falling apart, and the center cannot hold. Akufo-Addo has really disappointed us. Okay, these are there are a lot more from Abdul Basit and some opportunities from Kaswa. The Akufo-Addo government is doing very well with industrialization in Ghana. The 1D1F initiative is transforming Ghana for the better. Regards to Mavis again. Okay. Okay, so kindly keep your messages coming. I still have to gather a few more and then read. But if you're just watching us, it's AM Ghana here on Adoatv. We are coming your way by the support of Vena Mineral Water. Vena, even though we are in the wet season, kindly get hydrated, stay hydrated, boost your immune system with Vena Natural Mineral Water. And then Sonotech Diagnostics Medical Center is also calling on you to bring all your scans to their premises. Also come for examination. If you're a woman, breast cancer is around, kindly come for examination. You can also get your mammograms and all of the other services there. And Rwanda Air is also calling on us to fly safely to every destination at a very, very cheap rate, but a very comfortable flight. That's the reason why we're able to bring you AM Ghana here on Adoatv Television. The discussion is the comments of the finance minister as far as what he said yesterday are concerned. Lastly, guys, so that we can call it a wrap here. What should be the way forward? I mean, let me come to you, Macklin. What should be the way forward? Is there any hope for the youth as far as unemployment is concerned? Now that we are being told to forget about government's payroll, what should the youth do as a country?
Okay, you see, the youths cannot be taken in isolation. That is one thing that we cannot run away from. The government of the day has to provide a system that will enable the youth to be able to take up whatever future they want to take up and do it well. So to me personally, if I have to speak to my colleague youths, I'll let them understand that, look, the government has come out to tell us that they have failed us and they do not have any job for us. What do we do? The entrepreneurship that they are talking about, you see, thankfully, and I thank God that I was able to go through this process of setting up not 1 or 2 companies. So I understand perfectly the difficulties that you go through. One, the taxes we pay, it is too much, and these monies that they are trumpeting, of which we pray it comes to pass, it's not one of their mafia schemes. If you are giving 25,000 Ghana cedis to start a business, within the next 4-5 months, the tax you would have been paying if you should employ, let's say 10 people, would not be less than 8,000 to 10,000 Ghana cedis. So as a government, they need to take serious step on how to look at these taxes, these needless, some needless taxes that they are imposing on the citizenry. Then two, you see, with the interest rate, the government of the day has to also look at the interest rate. Why do I say this? If you have to import even items and sell in Ghana, it will be influenced by this exchange rate, right? So at the end of the day, if we are now having a dollar at 6, it is 20 pesos. It is something that cannot help us to be able to do business. So the government of the day should accept responsibility and look at those sectors, work it out well, bring that down for us so that we'll be able to. Now the the loan rates and those things as well. When you are going for a loan facility, the processes that you have to go through, and even the interest rate on the loan is too much. And that one, I think last month or last 2 months, there was a dialogue around that coming from the Minister of Finance to that. I am praying that he continue on that trajectory and be able to help us as citizens. Now, the government of the day, it should also look at the corruption scandals that is hitting them. Because one, the effect of corruption scandal on a government is that investors will not be able to approach you. This is factual. The young ones who are supposed to even do business, you will not be able to go through that kind of corruption and bribery issue. This one starts from the top to the down, including all of us seated here and watching me as we are speaking to government, because they are the people that is telling us that corruption is good. If you and I are knowing the effect of it, then let us minimize it.
Which government has told you corruption is good?
So if corruption is a problem, of which in the Akufo-Addo's government, if you put together the corruption scandals, the monies that are going to places that we cannot account for, those monies can do other stuffs. There has to be an infrastructural improvement, of which they have been singing songs of infrastructural growth in their governance, of which we are not seeing what they are talking about. We pray
because we did not
that those things will come to a proper end and will be able to get these infrastructure systems to use.
1 minute.
Then they should be able to give us a well-regulated environment, so that we the youth, when going into business, the regulation system should be able to give us fair competitiveness, that we'll be able to do business and do it well, to be able to employ other people. Then the economic management team of the country, led by His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, members of that of which is the finance minister, they should stop sleeping on the job. And then focus to be able, yes, they should wake up to task and give us a good economic system, viable economic system, that we the youth will be able to penetrate and work as such. Then my last point is that to the MPP again, their level of arrogance and indiscipline towards people. Practical of it is what he do. You are even doing on national television. No, even in our local palace. Even in our local palace, you cannot tackle at someone. You get it? That is indiscipline. I didn't want to.
What are you talking about?
I didn't want to speak about his indiscipline and uncultured behavior. But he's pushing me to that side, and I'm not afraid of him. You have a smaller ball that I do. So let me tell you, if I spit on the floor, you cannot even stand in it.
I'm not.
You got that point. So I'm putting it to you. I'm putting it to you that the indiscipline. We are having a discussion.
Of course.
Whether what I am saying or not, I am not being sent by NPP.
You know you're lying.
So how can you be chuckling on national television? Are you not a Ghanaian? You are not cultured. You are not cultured. Your family should be disgraced. Your family should call you to order. Because someone like me, let me tell you. Let me tell you.
When you do that, see, Nana, when you do that, you are not being fair to me as well. I always give you your time. So if you don't have your time and then you want to, interject him, I will continue.
But
to
why would
you
he say something like that about?
You have your time to say.
No, but this one you have to let him retract it now.
No, I am saying that you have your time.
NPP is arrogant.
You can take me to court.
If he says the NPP is arrogant, that is his opinion. It is not a fact.
You can sit on national TV and say this.
So kindly allow. You can also say the NDC is arrogant. That would be your own opinion. If you don't want to say that, so exactly. So make your comment, but allow him. I mean, he's entitled to his opinion.
When you come to national television to tell us that our president is Otobia president, that language, do you understand?
Didn't you hear that?
No, you are not being fair to it. I will continue to give him your time, and of course,
even the way he's interjecting me and leaving you yourself is a sign of gross disrespect and indiscipline.
Can you finish? I'll add.
You get it?
1 minute.
The kind of disrespect that the MPP and the posture of one unintelligent recalcitrancy, corruption, dubiosity, and in the worst form of it all, a failed government of the day. We are not going to sit down as citizens to watch them drag the Ghana we suffer to build at this and to this level to where they are taking it to. If they come to this show and keep telling us 1DF, Aqua that, and since we started the program, it has been the same repetition of things that he said. So I don't see the intelligence in it for me to believe what. I plead with him to find a way to even resign and sit somewhere.
And I'm giving you the next 4 minutes to make your point.
McLeod has made my day. You know he's a funny man, and so when he starts saying funny things like this, I'll keep laughing.
Go ahead.
I can't stop laughing. You see, Sam, the NDC always want to prove to us that they don't want to, stick to issues. I'm always telling them to raise their voice, but not their voices. Because if you are not raising your voice and you are not, attesting to facts, and you are not staying focused, you always behave like the way McLean is behaving. Because they have nothing to show, he comes now to talk about people's behavior and say unscrupulous things about people. And we, the MPP, know that the Ghanaian people have given us a mandate. And that mandate they've given us, we cherish it, and we are going to work and bring development to them. As a matter of fact, McLean, the MPP understands that it is essential for every Ghanaian youth to have a job. Because if you don't have jobs, you can't sustain yourself. You can't live in the system. Because now, everything is money. If you want to buy credit, it's money. If you want to, even. And so, how can you have money if you don't have a job? So we understand the fact that we have to create jobs. I enlightened you about the kind of jobs available in the government sector. If you can watch the population census we did now, recently, look at the population and look at the jobs available at the government sector. If we are relying on the government sector like the way the NDC are all relying on the government sector, they don't want to create jobs. They want the government sector to pick people. We wouldn't have reached where we have reached with the unemployment rate. But the MPP understands that. Nana Addo Dankwa, the visionary president, understands that. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the best thing ever happening to Ghana's economy, understands that we need to create jobs. And as we are creating jobs, we will use the private sectors. That is why we came up with the perfect policy, the one district, one factory. I'm always telling him, they didn't have that idea. They didn't know how to go about it. Because they can say big things, but they can't execute it. But we say big things and we execute it. We spoke about one district, one factory. The NDC said it's a lie. We can't execute it. Yet, one district, one factory is in function. You can see Casa de Rupa, the potato factory. It's working. You can see Everpure. Everpure was there, but they were working on a small scale. Due to the fact that His Excellency brought the one district, one factory, we were able to help them expand. Now they have over 1,500 staffs. If you can see the buses they have even bought, the cars, the trucks and stuff they are using conveying their waters. And so, if we are saying we are best than them, they know we are best than them. And as we say in our local dialect, at the paneton and yano sonsoma. So we wouldn't come and sit here and speak that we've done this, we've done that. But then there is a mandate to us. And the mandate is that we should do more. Because to whom much is given, much is expected. His Excellency has done well, yes. But it's not enough. And he's doing more. And that is why today he's in Central Region Commission, the KBA. He's in Central Region Commission other staffs. And so you should know that, you should just know that the president is committed in helping the youth. But the fact on the ground now is that the youth should all exercise patience and also try and take advantage of policies that are available. Because we have available policies like the Obatantap or the Obatapake I'm speaking about now. Most of the youth don't know about it. They don't know even how to access it. They don't know there is, you know one thing, Sam. We have people in Ghana here, most of these youths, that they would like to do their own jobs. They don't necessarily want white collar jobs. You see, most of the time if you are speaking about the youths, we always want to go about the graduates. But the unemployed, the youths that have not been to school are more than the graduates. And these people, they don't need white collar job. They just need capital to start business. Yet they don't know how to access these things. So I think I'm also suggesting this to you as a TV, as a station. Probably you should also try and introduce our local dialect sections like this, so that when we are speaking about ventures that they can take advantage of, they can also listen. They can also listen and take.
We have a Maimuti, we have Washington, we have the Gan.
So that they can also listen and take advantage of, because we have so many ventures. Even recently, when we brought the car business support, where we're giving people monies and stuff, so many people didn't understand. And so this same man here, McLean, his sister took some, his auntie took some. In fact, most of his family members took some. His party members even took some, because they are Ghanaians, yes. But yet he sat here and said that it's not working. And that's the kind of NDC we have.
1 minute so that we can.
And McLean, you see, the astonishing part is that when we bring policies and the policies are favoring the entire nation, everything, the NDC, you know, the NDC, you don't expect them to come and sit here and always say good things about us, because obviously they will never say we've done well. But the good people of Ghana, they are the best people to judge us. And they know the good job Nana Addo Dankwa have done. They know the good job Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia has done. Currently, when you take our economic growth now, after COVID, we are recovering. It was 3.5 in the first quarter. Now it's getting to, 5.7. And so that should tell you that the country is, moving forward. We are really working. And I don't want us to be politicizing issues like it, because when it comes to issues about job creation, government has a role to play. The youth also has a role to play. The youth's role is also make themselves available for job at hand. Imagine
youth are always available.
No, when I say they should make themselves available for the job at hand, imagine a youth who did agric, and the job at hand is for someone who did business administration. How do you get employed?
But that is not their fault. They went to school and studied.
And so you see, when you go to school and you want to do stuffs that do courses that after that, when you are assessing and getting jobs, it's going to be easy for you.
But the educational system is also not the responsibility of the youth.
And you see, I wanted you to bring that point up. Thank you for bringing this point up.
No, I go to
the fact that you bring this point up, you see, McLean stated something in the past that this government should do educational reforms because the president has the power to do it. But you see, the educational reform starts from somewhere. We can't just start the reforms out of the blue.
So then we can't blame the innocent youth who went to school to study.
These NDC people. These have been empowered than the NPP.
No. See,
they have endured power than us. And what do they do with the educational system?
We can't compare. See, he made a statement.
Since you started talking, I've not heard you yourself making any
Martin, don't come in.
No. I'm coming.
No, Martin, don't come in.
Let me end my point.
Exactly, but let me ask you. I'm saying that.
Let me end my point. They have been in power since. What have they done for the educational system?
If we bring NDC into being in power, perhaps that is why we don't progress as a country. I mean, we cannot. That is why they are out of power. We cannot continue going back to them.
So now that they are out of power,
he made a statement that they came to power. They didn't do well.
Okay.
And that is why we have taken them out. We cannot go to Otunfo and say, Otunfo, our educational system is bad. Come and fix it. We can't go to Jerry, late Jerry. We cannot go to Togbe. We cannot go to how do you call it?
Mahama is in the past.
Late Atami.
Now you understand he's in the past.
We can,
so it's not the one sitting on the chair. What kind of thinking is that?
You understand?
We cannot hold Jerry, the late Jerry or the late President Mills responsible for our problems in the educational sector. The reason is because they are out of the equation now. They could not do it, and we accept that they could not do it. Let's in quote say that they are not good. That is why you have brought somebody who is good, who is supposed to be able to do it. So if we stop asking this very particular one questions and we want to go back, we are taking our whole country back again.
So relax.
That is something we shouldn't be.
Has the mandate of Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo ended? Has the stem ended?
So that is what we should be discussing.
I'm asking, has the stem ended?
No, it hasn't.
And so why is it that since we know his time has not ended, he has all these things planned? Because per his 2020 manifesto, he stated all this about our educational system. He stated all this. We know his time has not ended, and we sit here to chastise him.
No.
When he was chastising him, you didn't say anything.
That is his opinion. I mean,
exactly. Now that I'm talking, you want to come in.
You want me to chastise people?
Why will you chastise him?
He's not in power.
What has he done?
We are giving you power. He's the power.
He's working. Since you gave him power.
So trumpet that.
Since you gave him power. Have you seen the kind of innovations he has brought?
We are not seeing it. Tell us.
And that's what I'm telling you that
we are not seeing it.
He commissioned
that is good.
Yes.
Let's not go back. Let's not go back.
So when we are stating these things, you can't sit there and tell me when I'm thinking about one state one factory.
So continue to state.
One state one factory that you are talking about that I'm stating it. He's working towards those agenda.
Exactly.
And when you sit
you continue to trumpet that. You don't compare it to what they did.
They didn't do it to what they did because they didn't do anything.
When you do that, the next time no. When you do that, the next time I'm not voting for you because I didn't vote for you to come and compare yourself to
right now. Relax, Sam.
My brother is confused.
No, I'm not.
Your water is here.
I'm not
this one is for you,
McLean. Relax.
This water is for you.
When I was speaking, you were telling me and you see what you mean.
I am coming to you.
So listen, Sam. Relax. Now in Ghana which party is the leading opposition party?
It's the NDC.
Were they in power or not?
They were in power.
And so why were they voted out?
Because they didn't do well.
And that is why they voted
exactly.
And now, when you have someone from that party telling you that you are in power now, that you are not doing well, won't you compare yourself to him and let him understand that you are better than him?
Is it the one that brought you power? Is that party that brought? Is it the party that brought him power?
Isn't he a Ghanaian citizen?
No, but he didn't bring in power.
Relax. I am making an argument. It's like you don't want to hear where I'm coming from.
I am asking you a simple question.
No, he didn't bring me power. Yes,
when you go for him,
he didn't vote for you.
Yes, I know he didn't vote for me, but he was in power.
So the mandate is to those who brought you to power.
Relax. You are getting it twisted. Yes, the mandate is those people who brought me to power. But the KPI now we are using in measuring that we are better than them is the NDC. You don't understand.
If you are better than the NDC,
we are better than them. We are much better than them.
You should be better.
Yes, we reduce it.
You should be better to the Ghanaian, not the NDC. If you are better than the NDC, then there's a problem.
It should be better to Ghanaians. I like that.
I'm also telling you that. I'm also telling you that the fact that I am sitting here. Why did you bring the NDC? Why did you need to bring any ordinary Ghanaian here?
No, he has every right to come and criticize government because.
And so if I also have the right to come and sit here and tell him that when he was in power, he wasn't able to work. You don't want to understand it.
That is not the reason why they voted you.
Now you have a mandate.
You have the mandate. Yes, you have I have the mandate. And I'm working better than him. And I'm telling you that I'm working better than him. You don't want to accept it.
I mentioned something that I had the same challenge with another person I was having a discussion with. If you have done projects, if you are doing a lot of things, trumpet it, continue trumpeting.
And can't you see I'm trumpeting what I'm doing?
Now you are bringing them in.
I'll bring him in because he didn't do it and I've done it.
So that is why you. So when you.
So okay, let's answer your question. Why is he here? Why is he here?
He's just a communicator.
As what?
As an NDC communicator.
As an NDC communicator, sitting here to do what?
Have a discussion. Of course, we are having a discussion.
He's talking for the party so that they can win power in 2024.
Exactly.
So if I'm saying that I've done better than him, I don't understand why you are doing this.
No.
I don't understand why you are doing this.
He will not vote for you to come to.
It is not about him who vote for me, but the ordinary Ghanaian watching are comparing us.
So speak to the ordinary Ghanaian.
And I'm speaking to the ordinary Ghanaian and telling the ordinary Ghanaian that what they were not able to do, we have done.
You cannot spend your whole time to be telling us who are not ruling that what we are doing. Is that what Ghanaians will eat?
What they were not able to do, we have done.
Blaming Ghanaians will do.
No, my time is up.
So Ghanaians voted for you to come to power.
You see,
my brother.
You see the way the host is behaving, Ghanaians.
It is normal.
Ghanaians, you see the way the host is behaving.
It is normal.
It is normal. Conspired against the NDC. We will never see the NDC. But we know that you are failed. You are failed. You just failed. You failed.
If you want to be intelligent with this argument, go back to 2020 and see the way they were hosting. No, go and see the way they were hosting the program. Let's go and see how they hold it.
Malaria nti abayiwa yedwuma bono. Malaria therefore yawo nti awo ahire ne customers ni. Wahu ne se maami aye smart apa CB Malakio amma ne baya odi ko school. She se aduane si berry market chi ani malaria nti a ontimi ni.
And now Emma will be around to walk. So we have malaria test. Maybe one. And Trebetua and the CB Malakio. Yedinuna, Nehama, and now Kikabom Asoneso, I CB Malakio. And no way so dear. And I know grow. I yet tata shit.
A drawing near my appeal for about a woman for any quada won't fear
Susiana. Well, how would you win here?
FD Ashusha sa a jedi and Kratoimu Adia to Musa and
Yeni Masatek, so we are kunini roofing industry nim enti Saudi roofina. Now we're doing Asatek will quality long span roofing sheeter, a sign nail free. Tresse, and here so did a dwabomu. Now so a team would down the soa. Pampe and frama and a whom and to me Asatek quality long span roofing sheets with beautiful bright colors with anti-fading and anti-rusting properties. Tresse, a renache name panso, enti warmer 30-year warranty. Terms and conditions apply. Asatek quality long span roofing sheet dear. Eyama debia, say a warehouse, school, hotel, hospital, sorry, and now say a wawufi. Use Asatek quality nail free long span roofing sheet to be. Now what done to be jinaso, then you know. Where delivery services Papa Bia and for wonderful Asatek Bema was second order between 3 and 5 working days. Our VIP delivery services so one day pet now Osaka. Which Asatek a chill quine Watamakono 2 Meridian Road when you could board warehouse na paying Takrade if you kuma number 9 what pay if you kuma Fidelity Bank no voter region so or Wakache Tatome GN Bank and Chehope Asatek sheltering you for life.
Welcome aboard the safest airline in Africa. With industry-leading safety measures to protect your well-being. The first in Africa to earn a diamond standard of safety. Offering a more contactless, safe, and seamless experience. Delivered with a smile by Africa's first fully vaccinated crew. Creating special memories that bring the joy back to flying, so you can continue making memories with your loved ones. Book your flight with Rwandair today. Rwandair, the safest airline in Africa.
Rwandair, fly the dream of Africa.
You beat cancer by how you live, why you live, and the manner in which you live. I am Priscilla Sewamenu, Miss Health Ghana 2020. The month October is noted for breast cancer awareness, and this October, Sonotech Ghana is partnering with Miss Health Ghana to bring you breast cancer awareness campaign dubbed Pink It Out. So from the 1st to 31st October, Sonotech Ghana is offering free breast screening for all women out there. Plus, you get 20% off mammogram and 50% off ultrasound scan if you need one at any of their branches. The campaign is on. Join the campaign, support women, encourage women to come for screening, and support women living with breast cancer. On this note, I will entreat all my sisters out there to come detect it, treat it, and defeat it, because early detection saves lives. Thank you.
CB will make up now. I'm not correct. Why your best mankasa?
That's it.
Who anymore? Oh, middle. You captures back on CB men capsules. You see, CB men capsules in America.
Yeah, you see men and women's capsules now. You knew the data. And 1 year packaging I have a
wow! What a packaging! CB men, any CB women capsules, no packaging is out. And you also no mood any bianza no akodo ben pegi.
Share painful. Any about town man kwada no for. Any kwada go di fie do ye. Enka ho.
Susanna. Ghana man be man tamase.
Dodo Afre 0247 111671 and 0246 578 750. FDA aje edwedin kato yato.
Hello everyone, my name is Adoatv, a proud ambassador for Sonotech's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. It's hashtag Pinktober, hashtag Sonotech Goes Pink.
earlier on. You heard all they had to say, but what we here in the studio have in continuation, as in bringing good things to life, as Adoatv AM Ghana usually does, is that promise talk. What I promised you earlier this morning, the talk on a social and a health issue in Ghana, which is cholera. I was looking through some of the articles on cholera, especially concerning Ghana, and I found this from by the Reuters. It says that some 54 people have died in Accra, that's the capital, and around 300 people were being affected daily. I'm talking about an article that was published in the Reuters by Kwesi Podo on the 22nd of August 2014, and you heard that as well. Well, we've gotten to that time of the year again. The rains are pouring in. Yesterday, I was a victim. No, I won't call myself a victim because there were showers of blessings for me. I was beaten mercilessly by the rain, and more than being beaten by the rain comes this particular menace, the cholera outbreak. Anytime rains pour, especially in the populated areas and in impoverished areas of the south, as we have it, where there are lack of certain amenities like the water closet and proper water. These are some of the issues that usually come, and here to do justice to this subject, to educate you and to inform you like we usually do, are two gentlemen from the Red Cross Society of Ghana, particularly of the Ashiedu Keteke district. I have here Mr. Winfred Ameho. Do I have it correct? All right. So he is the district organizer. And I also have here Mr. Romeo Dollar. Hey, this name, dear. Romeo Dollar. And he is the district, you can guess, treasurer, of course. So here to do justice, Mr. Romeo Dollar, you're welcome. Please don't mind if I keep referring to you. I like the dollar part. And because he's the treasurer, I have hope that I'm not leaving this place broke. No. I'm not leaving this place broke. So you are welcome. How has your morning been?
Our morning is great.
Great?
Yeah.
Have you experienced any rainfall from yesterday to today?
Yes, yesterday in the afternoon to evening. Yeah.
Okay. No, that means you are around, because I was around the Ashoman Estate Domi area. So where did you?
Because I thought just here.
Okay. Because I thought they said it only happened in the evening. So.
You know, it started in the afternoon.
Oh, okay. What about you? Still here?
Yeah, same.
Oh, okay. All right. So your mornings have been great, but then we have to look at this particular issue, cholera. I know it's not a very good thing to hear, especially how modern and current we like to refer to ourselves, this generation.
Yeah.
But we still have things of the past like cholera. Yeah. When we talk about cholera, I want to behave like the layman. I have not heard anything. I've not seen anything. I'm just a person in Accra who once or twice listens to the news and hears the word cholera. I see people sick, and I have friends who maybe say, when I went, they said it was cholera. So what is cholera for me?
Okay. Yeah. Cholera, to say, as you said, you are a lay person. Okay. Cholera is a disease caused by a bacteria called Vibrio cholerae. When you have this bacterium in you, it multiplies quickly, and you start having symptoms like running stomach, vomiting, you have headache, you have fever, and a whole lot of symptoms associated with it. The main ones are the vomiting and the running stomach. You have running stool.
Okay.
Yeah, and come frequently. Let me say non-stop, come like that, and it has a foul smell. Yeah, some people describe it as rice water. Excuse me to use that. Yeah, because the way it comes,
okay,
without any, you don't have any control over it. So as you are going to say defecating, you are vomiting as well, and the bacteria is inside these vomitors and the feces that you are passing out.
Okay.
So any other person that comes into contact with this without any proper protection is likely to also get infected. Yeah.
All right, I get that, Mr. Winfred. So that's supposed to mean, because from the layman's perspective, if my stool will carry the disease or the bacteria out, does that mean that when the more I run, the more free I become of the bacteria?
No, you don't become free of the bacteria because it is still multiplying in you.
Okay.
So the harm is causing to you is what you are exhibiting. That's the stooling and the vomiting. So the more you are vomiting and stooling, you are losing water and salt in you. So you are dying out gradually. So if proper medication is not given quickly, you will die in few hours.
Few hours?
Yes, cholera is very dangerous.
Immediately you said I'm losing. That question came to mind. So if somebody gets cholera, like I get it today and I start showing the symptoms, how long, what's my lifespan if not treated?
If you ingest or take in the bacteria now, in about 2 hours time, you start exhibiting the symptoms.
Quick action?
Yes. So let's say that by close of today, if action is not taken, your condition will be worse. Yes. Because it multiplied by what we call the binary fusion, a device. So one bacterium in you divides into two, two into four, like that. So if you have 1,000, before you realize you have millions. And this happens quickly. So as they are living organisms, they feed. So as they are in you, they are doing their own living.
They are feeding on me.
Yes. So before you realize, they overtake your system and they kill you out. Yeah.
Okay. So how long will be the duration? Like a week?
If nothing is done, it will take like 3 days. But if you are taking some precautions, like taking enough water, taking medications that can suppress the multiplication of the bacteria, that can save your life for some time.
All right. So before we even come to how to treat, as it's as if we are making hints on that. Let me go to the Romeo dollar and let's talk. So Romeo, what will be the main causes? What are people supposed to look at? What should they? What would cause me to get?
Okay, so as Winfred rightly said, you'll be passing out stool. So in effect, you'll be hydrated. You know, the water is inside you are coming out.
Okay.
So test. You have test often. You feel for water often.
Okay.
And then as water is coming out of you, you have dry skin. You know, when you have water in you, your skin becomes soft.
Okay.
But when water goes out, you have dry skin. So when you see these changes in you, all right, you feel like drinking water. And in addition to the passing of the stools, you should know that there's something going on in your system. All right. So you can't say I have cholera. It's just symptoms.
Okay, but what will cause it? What causes cholera?
What will cause cholera is when there is an outbreak, when somebody has cholera, passes out the stools openly. All right, flies will perch on those stools, come to your food. So if your foods are not cooked properly, when you don't take care of your water that you drink, and your surroundings as well. Okay. So when flies fly from those, like somebody who has it, and comes to your environment, you are likely to get in contact with the bacteria or the virus. Then you can get it. Yeah.
Wow. So what has the rains got to do with the causes of cholera? Because that's what we always say. When the rains come down in Accra, cholera is on the increase. So what do we do? I mean, how has the rain assisted or helped in the spread of cholera?
Okay, so not to be too political here, you know, Accra, filth is in Accra.
Yeah.
And then our gutters are choked. We dump refuse indiscriminately. That's the word. So when it rains, these things move. You know, and rains carry these things faster.
Okay.
You get it. So and since our surroundings are not clean, if it rains, it becomes worse. Yeah. So that is why kind of the rain is maybe a factor, a high risk factor in it.
I remember going to one market for the sake of certain issues. I would withhold the name, and I saw a rubber bag hanging, you know, the electric cables.
Yeah.
You know how markets, the electric cables, they just cross like a child doing some doodling up there.
Yeah.
So I saw rubber hanging, and I was wondering what was in the rubber. So I cautioned the friend I said, well, what do you think is in the rubber? And the woman who we were buying from said, what is in the rubber? You're asking.
You want to know.
You want to know. I said, because I'm wondering how rubber can fly. If it can fly there, then it should be able to fly down, but it looks like it's heavy. Huh? Say yes, that's what the boys who stay in this place, that's what they do. I said, what do they do? He said, oh, at night, because this place is a market, most of them sleep on in our sheds and all that. And at night, they defecate into the rubber, they tie it, and then they throw.
Go.
Flying toilet.
Flying toilet.
Yes.
It just goes. So I'm just imagining this thing in the rubber hanging there, and it's raining.
Go. Yeah.
And we know that the rubber too on the electric wire with the sunshine, it becomes weaker.
Good.
Plus the rain, then there'll be droppings.
Yeah.
You know, these living organisms do well in moist environment. So that's when during rainy season we used to have these diseases more. So when it rains, and they are also happy and they are multiplying.
Okay.
And let's say that this bacteria is within the environment. The rain carries it to other places, people's home, water bodies, and even onto surfaces. So when unfortunately you have contact with such things, then you have the infection.
You did say that when you come in contact with someone's feces or defecation that has the bacteria in it, is that only, or it is any defecation?
It is a defecation or a feces that have the bacteria
that has the bacteria in it.
And the bacteria have 3 ways of entering into us.
Okay.
From our hand to our mouth. In the water we drink, or in the food we eat. So if your hands are dirty, you don't clean your hands, you don't wash your hand under running water and with soap, you use it to eat. Let's say that the bacterium is in your hands. You can't see, they are microorganisms. Okay. Looking at my hands, I can say they are clean. But if they are there, I won't see. I can say they are clean. But if I wash or under microscope, you could see things that are hidden even between my fingerprints. Yeah. So if I pick something without washing my hand and I eat, and the bacteria is on it, voila.
But then it becomes very dangerous, because I'm thinking about our water supply. If it is infected, then I think I'm even washing my hands, but I'm rather adding or getting my hands contaminated.
With that, because you are using the soap will weaken any living organism in your hand, and the water will wash it out. But still, yeah, it means that we are still at risk.
What about the women or the men who, for one reason or the other, are in travel? You see something on the road, you quickly want to eat, and so you just pour the water, because you can't do it so on your hand, and then so you rather tend to infect yourself.
Yeah, that's very true.
Oh, this thing is getting more dangerous than I thought it was. Anyway, so we're talking still on the water supply. When a water system gets contaminated, I'm looking at the effects and the damage that can do for a whole community.
Yeah, it can do a lot, because even let's say Accra here, most of our pipe pass through gutters, roads, and they often get broken. You see that even in the road, the water is gushing out. Those things are very dangerous to us, because let's assume now that it has rained and the rushing water pass over it, contaminated rushing water. It means some of the bacteria will enter and it come to our homes. And when you fetch that water, you think you are fetching clean water because it look colorless.
Clean, yes.
So we think it's clean, then trouble for you.
I know I've passed by some places where I've seen gushing water, broken pipeline. And sometimes it's either close to a gutter or it is passing even through the gutter. You see people with gallons and they push it into the gutter, trying to fetch. Wow, so how we get ourselves contaminated easily, because we think we are perhaps saving ourselves some little coins because we will not go to the proper. Whoa. So yes, this does a lot of harm. Are there any other ways, especially in Accra, where you think other peculiar things we as Southerners do here that increases our causes or are the risk for getting cholera?
Okay, like how Dollar rightly said, our sanitation. Sanitation is one of the major causes. If the environment is dirty, assuming that flying toilet you saw over there, let's say that it is even closer to a refuse dump or a heap of rubbish, and that there may be other feces inside the rubbish. And if they are contaminated with this, or the person who passed out the feces have the bacteria, it means that when flies perch on those, flies, they like things that are scented. They quickly perch on it. Then they pick with their small legs, because the bacterium are also small. You won't see them. So they pick. If your food or any other thing that will go inside you is not warm or hot, when they perch on it, they leave it there, then it means that you are getting contaminated.
So those who eat cold food, this is a big warning to you.
So during rainy season, it's not advisable to go for cold food.
At all.
Yeah, those
And
ice foods, it's not
I'm thinking
advised.
of communities also where how they bury people and where they bury people.
Yeah.
So supposing someone dies of cholera and is buried not so well or close to a water body or something, that water body is also the major water source for the community, or for at least the people around that water source. What then happens if the person is already there?
Yeah, even though the person dies, the bacteria is not dead inside the person immediately. So for some time it lives on. So they will die gradually. So close to a water source, it rains and it sweeps it into the water source. Then those around who use that water source as their main source of drinking water and other things, they are at very high risk.
And even the people who will bury that dead person.
Yeah.
Yeah. They also are
But
risk.
we don't usually see them covered like the way we see the Ebola and COVID.
Good. Yeah. So because we don't respect, we give cholera too much respect, sort of. We are not afraid of it, like the Ebola and those things. Meanwhile, cholera is as dangerous as the Ebola, even more.
Because 3 days.
Even more. Yeah. You see, but we don't give them that. We allow them. We feel it's nothing. So people who even bury those dead fellows are also at risk. So
maybe
they can even come home
they also think because it's not airborne.
Yeah.
Like COVID. But if Ghana Service have this protocol, if you are dead of cholera, your family is not supposed to come for you to bury. They have their way of doing their own thing, because they need to do some disinfections.
Okay.
With the body, all the material that will be used with the body has to be disinfected. So they have their way of doing it.
But what if our system dies in the
thing.
house, nobody even knows it is cholera?
That is where the problem is. But actually, we Red Cross will be advocating, especially in our communities, that if you have these symptoms, you either go to the hospital, or if the person dies, quickly inform either the Red Cross or the hospital, so that they come for the body, disinfect the entire house before doing the burial. If it happens that you couldn't do all this after the burial, still informed these authorities so that they will disinfect the household, the house and the household. But most often, we don't do it. That's the problem we have.
Okay. So let's come now and then look at, you mentioned some of the symptoms and you said that there is many more. I want us to elaborate on these symptoms very well, because then it means that not every running tummy is linked to cholera.
Not
Otherwise,
at
we
all.
should be rushing some kusi to the hospital.
Not at all.
Not all throwing up. Hey, otherwise our pregnant women will be registered. so let's look at some of the. Now we know that running stool, vomiting. Yes. So let's continue from there. I would like Mr. Dollar to come in.
So I mentioned dry skin as well.
Yes. Dry skin.
Yeah, and then you need water.
Test, yeah.
You feel thirsty
all the time.
Very often, yeah.
Even after you've just drunk water.
Yeah, because it's going out. As soon as it comes in, it goes out. And it will interest you to know that what goes out is even more than what you are taking in.
Yeah.
Yes, so you become thirsty, and then also you'll be vomiting. The vomiting that is there. You'll be throwing out, and then
would that also have a foul smell?
The vomit.
You did mention that.
But since it's coming from your stomach,
it will have it.
Yeah, it should have, because and then you cramps, leg cramps as well.
Oh.
Because you'll be weak.
Yeah.
You are passing through, you are vomiting. Water is coming out of you, so you'll be weak. So you might not be able to be strong enough to be walking and doing the normal job that you normally do when you are strong. Yeah, so these are some of the symptoms. Restlessness, to you be restless.
Yeah. Okay.
You be restless.
Even though you are weak.
Yeah, you be restless.
Because
Well, as
usually
soon
we
as
think
you
when
throw,
someone is weak.
you feel like throwing again. So you be restless.
To add to that, when the skin, when you pinch and pull, it doesn't go back as normal. For instance, I don't have cholera now.
Okay.
So when you pull, it goes back. But someone who have cholera and is in that severe condition, when you pull, you leave it, it remains there, goes back gradually. Yeah, that's another symptom.
I wish you could have had a video or something to show for that one. All right, so those are the symptoms, the major symptoms. All right, okay. So these are the things that people who, if you've seen one or two of these signs, it means that you have cholera, or they should all come together.
No, you can't wait for all to come together. Right now,
So
all
it
to
means
come
it's
together, it
in
means
stages.
Yes, it's in stages. When you are getting dehydrated, that's when the skin becomes that inelastic. But as for the vomiting and the stooling, they are the first symptoms you see.
Okay.
So once you start experiencing vomiting and at the same time stooling, quickly have to be rushed to the hospital.
Wow. All right. That well said. I want us to move straight, because of our time, straight into the treatment.
Okay.
The treatment. Who wants to go first? Mr. Dollar? Well, the treatment,
let my boss go first.
Okay. All right. He says let his boss go first. But when it comes to the money, you are the boss.
I'll pay.
I have to order him.
You have to authorize him. All right. Okay. So we come to the boss.
Okay.
When it comes to treatment, what are the first steps to take?
Okay. Actually, we in Red Cross, we don't usually give medication.
Okay.
We give first aid.
First aid.
So when you have cholera, our first aid is that take a lot of fluid, especially ORS. ORS is in a sachet, and how to prepare it is indicated on it. So when you buy, if you can read, lucky, you just quickly read and you pour it in a clean water.
Okay.
Clean water.
The water issue again.
Yes. So we can't leave water in our life.
Okay.
So into a clean water, you stir quickly, then you start taking as often as possible. If that is when you know that what I have is cholera, and you have that strength, quickly do this, and you go to the hospital. So you go along with the ORS. You'll be drinking on the way to the hospital quickly as possible.
Because the ORS has the water and then the mineral salts you talked about that we are losing.
Yeah. So as you lose, you have to replace.
All right.
Yeah.
So what are the likely treatments of someone on when they go to the hospital after the ORS?
Okay. When you go to the hospital, first of all, they put drip on you, as we usually know. Then they also give you the zinc medication. So usually ORS goes with the zinc medication or zinc tablet, as they say. And so from there, what are they doing in the hospital?
It's up to them.
Up to them, yes. We don't want to go into that much. We want to help you to get to the hospital. Then the rest is for them
It's for the doctors.
Yes, to do.
Okay. So, Mr. Dollar, I'm back to you again.
Okay.
Let's look at where you are based at Shiedu Kitike.
Yeah.
And currently, are there any issues of cholera? Are there any?
Currently, no. Yes, and with thanks to runners, I don't think there will be any for now, because Red Cross is doing a great job to sensitize the people, educate them well on how to live well and how to prevent themselves. So I think that alone is in the right direction. So there's none yet. I don't think there will be any for now. We pray that there should be none. Yes.
Okay. So right now, what's happening with Red Cross? Because unlike our first, where we hear Red Cross, even when you go to school, or the school I was in, extracurriculum activities, we had Red Cross there. So I don't know, now it's looking like it's just a societal cloud in schools. That's what it's looking. Because even when you finish school, I think it's just up to, my school was up to JHS. So Red Cross is up to JHS. But when you move out, when I went to SHS, as for that extracurriculum, they ain't like, it's not part there. They mean as if they mean serious business. So Red Cross is not there, and then that ends, or that's the lifespan of Red Cross in our schools. What more is there to Red Cross? I want.
Okay, so much work is education.
Okay.
Red Cross is still there, vibrant, and then we are working. The communities have heard of Red Cross. They have seen the activities of Red Cross.
Okay.
All right. So the main work of Red Cross is to educate you, and so that you live a life better of getting yourself into problems with these diseases and other stuffs. So we are there. Red Cross is there, vibrant and still working.
So let me ask the organizer as well. Red Cross, when it comes to sensitization on these things, cholera, because we didn't hear you when it came to COVID.
We were even here. So you didn't hear
then
us.
me, I didn't hear you.
Yes,
and if I didn't hear you, then a lot of people didn't hear you.
No, a lot of people heard us.
Because me, I'm a lot of people in one. Anyway.
We're across in Greater Accra.
In Greater Accra.
Or even the whole country, the whole Ghana. We are everywhere.
Because back to the cholera issue, just about a week or two, I'm trying to get the exact system, but we heard about the cholera outbreak in Kumasi.
Okay.
Yes, we didn't hear any connection or ties with the Red Cross. Okay. Is it because you are under G, you are doing your work under G, or?
Well, we are not like under G though, but we work with Ghana Health Service.
Ghana Health
Service. Yes, we are their subsidiary. So we always take information from them. If there should be outbreak, we cannot just get out and say until they confirm that there's an outbreak. So our work is educate people. If we hear even one case here, we go there to educate people on how to live safe. So just like Dollar rightly said, the program we are doing, the runners, it is a Welcome Trust program. And we are using an approach trust. They are sponsoring the program. And we are using an approach called runners. We are trying to change the behavioral.
What the runners?
Okay, the runner is risk, attitude, norm, and assessment.
Risk, attitude, norm, and assessment.
Yeah. So we are looking. Okay. So we are trying to, in the runners, we are trying to change people's behavior towards doing of things the way we used to do things. Okay. So we are trying to change that so that they will do new things that will benefit all of us. So when we go to the communities, we educate people on, let's say the flying toilet kind of thing. We try to have conversation with the person. Do you think that thing is good? The person will come out with answers and what he should do better.
Okay.
So we encourage the person to do the better ones and forget about the bad ones, so that we don't have cholera. So we are, Asheru Keteke is the district that is piloting such program. It will soon come to the whole Greater Accra and the whole country. But we are piloting it, and we are everywhere doing this since June.
Since June this year?
Yes, this year.
Okay.
June.
So how long will the piloting take?
It's ending in next year, February.
Next year, February. Then it will be extended.
Yes, to the whole.
So when you heard of the cholera in Kumasi, I mean, a quick kind of piloting should have started there with focus on cholera.
Yes, you know, Red Cross is in, I said, every place in Ghana. So I'm very sure those they've done what they are.
So since you are not there, don't let me bother you with questions there. But where you are in Ashiedu Keteke, how is their response like?
Excuse me. Ghana man way. But to say it is.
Please, I don't know the Ghana. I only know of Adoatv, which is bringing good things to life. So what is the Ghana man way?
Okay.
Let us know. So when people, because some people when they are set in their ways, don't know what they are doing.
Yeah.
They don't know that this is my way of. Okay. So educate.
Most people are responding positively. But some are also recalcitrant. They tell you, we've been here since cholera didn't kill us, even COVID didn't kill us. When are we going to die of cholera and you are coming to disturb us? But we still go there.
So that's a Ghana man way.
Yes. Yes. But we still go there just as the approach is. We are still playing on their intelligence and their psyche so that they will change from the old ways. But most of the people are responding positively. Because the program is we go again, and we go again. So we come and tell you, we come and have a conversation with you. We emphasize on the positive things. We come and get to see if you are really doing it. Then we come again to see if
it's
through you are
called
continuing.
flooding in psychology. It's a
Anyway,
term called flooding. So
okay.
you flood them.
Yes.
Okay. So they are
That's okay.
forced,
Yes.
at least if nothing at all, because I know Red Cross, they are likely to come. They means one or two, so that when they come, I prove to them that I'm learning, right? Mr. Dollar, being the treasurer, what has been the challenge so far for Red Cross in these issues? Being the treasurer for Ashie, is it a pool?
You know,
or is a push?
Red Cross is not a money-making association or organization or society. So we work based on donors. Donors, when they give to the Red Cross, then they'll tell you use this for this. All right. So like runners, they give you a grant that you use for a particular project.
Okay.
So let me come to my district, Asedu Keteke.
Yeah.
So it's just a title, you know. There's nothing like there's money there for you to go. No.
Oh,
so we are just trying to make our districts a better one. Okay,
So when I heard treasurer and all that, I was happy because
I don't feel like I didn't bring any bag. You saw me.
Oh no, the treasurers don't use bags. Now it's about Momo accounts, right? Bank. Now you get bank everything on mobile apps.
Okay.
So all right. So my main issue was I thought you were going to say I thought I was going to hear something like the government is channeling in money into some of these projects, especially the piloting case of the runners going on in Ashedu.
So that's what I said. Runners is, he said.
I thought it was a private.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's not government.
Okay.
So somebody, a company or somebody giving you money to use it for this, right? So maybe after the piloting and everything goes well, the government might come in. But
so
now,
are we then saying that the government is not part of this cholera prevention thing?
If they don't accept, it will come to Ghana in the first place. So at least they are aware.
Yeah.
Okay.
They are aware and they've accepted. If not, would have taken it up.
All right.
All right. Yeah, because they can't contact you directly. Without contact you through your government. Yeah. So definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think because this is not a political show, we'll leave it at that. But let's look at prevention.
Okay.
Yes, I know your work is on prevention. The education part is on prevention.
Yes.
Are there more, if for lack of better words, forcible ways to get people to change their behavior in terms of because when this thing comes, it doesn't just affect one community. It just trickles down like a ripple effect. It just keeps going and going. So what are the tangible steps that are being taken when it comes to prevention of cholera?
Okay. What we are doing, if we visit you after conversation, we visit again, realize we are not cooperating. We are to report you to either the assemblyman or the chief of your community. Yes, because if you get infected, you infect the whole community. So if you are cautioned, you save the whole community. So that's one of the forcible ways I think we can go. So if you respect the leaders of your community, when they talk to you, you will listen.
Okay.
So that is it. And I also think those days we have what we call the tangas, the town council. They go around those who have rabies in front of their houses and whatever, they arrest them or they charge them with something. I think if those things are brought back, they can equally help because, in particular, Accra, the field is a behavioral something. So if we are forced, you know that if I don't do this, I'll pay something more than what I'll spend on the thing. I think you will do it. I think that will also help.
Okay. So coming back still on the forcible prevention, you mentioned that you have to report to the assemblyman or to the chief.
Yeah.
We are having issues in our community where the assemblyman is being made to respond to certain issues like road, to respond to issues like having or infrastructural deficits within the community. So certain social amenities where they are focused on hospitals and how do they are they really, because I don't know how an MP or what he will do, especially if you are reporting just to one person in the community that this person is doing this, and other people are on his neck, that there is a filling station here we need you to remove, that this road is too bad. So I don't know how he's supposed to fit that in his schedule. Will we call that a forcible mechanism for prevention?
Well, the assessment is supposed to work in isolation. He has the unit committees there, and even he has the chiefs, elders of the communities all around there. So let's say if he cannot personally go to that household to enforce whatever law is supposed to be, I think he can order his unit committee chairman or maybe elders of the community to do such for him.
Before we leave, can I ask you, have you...
Let me add to that. If we have the roads, who uses the roads?
Oh, yeah.
Juliana, you understand?
Yes,
so definitely,
I understand.
when issues like this come up, they need to take it up. They need to try and take it up. Because this is a case of something that is happening for a short period.
Yeah.
The road for a long period. So if you don't do it now,
we can fix the road and have a wipeout.
good. Yes. You see, so we entreat the assemblymen and their unit committee members to respond quickly if these issues come up or come to their table.
Okay. Yeah. All right. You made my last question just fly off. But let me still try and chip in just the little part, the ending. I just want to know when it comes to cholera and its prevention, have we done well as a country? Or have the Red Cross done well?
The Red Cross.
Yeah.
You know, we are like Oliver Twist. Yes. The proverbial Oliver Twist. So we always ask for more.
Okay.
So we are trying. Yeah, we are trying. I would say we've done bad. I would say we've done better, but we are still trying. It will take time, you know, to change somebody's behavior. It can't be overnight. Good. So because they are used to some things that they do. So if you want to change their behavioral pattern of living, it takes time. So we are trying. I won't say we've done better, but we are trying.
Mr. Winfrey, what do you want to say? What do you think as a nation, have we done well? As a nation?
For grading, it will only be when the disease is not there for a number of years. That's when you can say that, oh, I've done very well. I've eradicated this disease from my country completely. But these diseases are microorganisms, and they are carried by human beings. So once human beings are going out into your country, you can never say you've done well in the prevention of a disease. But we are, as Dollar said, we are trying. For some time now, we've not heard of any major outbreak of cholera and some other diseases. So the country is doing well. Yeah, we can say that.
Thank you very much, gentlemen, for basing our skills with your education and information. And for me, as I always say, God richly bless you is the highest form of reward that I can give. So God bless you. So to all my viewers that joined in on the program, well, maybe right from 6 a.m. you were there with Na and Yoma Collison, and you followed up with us on the newspaper review, myself and Samkusi, and later with the political reps and Samkusi on the newspaper review segment. And if you stayed in to hear from our Red Cross gentleman organizer and the treasurer, Mr. Romeo Dollar, and the organizer, Mr. Winfred Ameho, did I get it correct? Thank you. So if you did, then well done to you, because I know you are not going away empty today. You are going away filled, knowing that the little thing you can do for your environment will go a long way to impact not just Ghana, but even the generations after. Take good care of yourself. Remember, keep safe. Keep your environment safe, and don't do what I wouldn't do. Meet you here, same time, 6 a.m. tomorrow for the AM Ghana. For me and the team, it's goodbye. Farewell.